Ja, Mann. Ja. Technik. Oh mein Gott, du bist so jetzt. Das ist eine Kretschen. Yeah.
I'm here now. That's someone else. Okay, I know now.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Nelson, State of Ohukwu, Mazi Onu, State of Okigwe, Professor Nwankwo, State of Olu, Mazi Lawrence, State of Omambra, Mazi Ekwonu, State of Owerri, Mazi Justin, State of South Atlantic, Mazi Dr. John Oke. They have accepted to work with us to have the best education in the world for our dear nation. We welcome everyone that is here. We welcome our finance minister, Pramdi. We are happy to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And yes, we also welcome everybody, all the governors, all the media team. You people are so wonderful. I don't know how to thank you. They are doing a lot. God will continue to lead us through. Ministry of Education in the United States of Biafra will ensure quality education for all its citizens of Biafra. Biafran citizens will enjoy free education from early years of primary level up to the senior secondary education. The ministry will develop curriculum geared towards high quality education in Biafra. We have already developed the curriculum, but we will be talking about it so that the Biafrans will have the opportunity to add or give us more advice on how to make it better and better. Several government grants will be available to help citizens attain the highest level of education desired when we settle in our country. In the United States of Biafra, early childhood education and care is the right of every child according to the United States of Biafra Constitution. everyone is equal before the law and before God. The country prides on taking a holistic approach in providing all citizens with a high-quality education. Biafran education, we approach child education with focus on the 3 ties of whole child academic stimulation, physical health, emotional balance, social adaptability. Therefore, all children, regardless of their abilities or needs, will participate in early childhood education and care. Biafran system will recognize and identify at the level of primary and secondary level learners who display a rare and advanced intellectual gifts and attributes. Biafran education system will establish fast-track mechanism for such individuals to develop their exceptionally potential. You know that in Biafran land, we have so many gifted and talented people, very creative people. And because we are not looking out to them to help us to develop, they are at the background. We will not allow that to happen. Biafran goal is to suit the present learners' needs and that of the society. Therefore, educationists need to put their hands on deck to achieve this new system of education that will change the whole mentality of our people. You see, many a times now, teachers, instead of being in the class teaching, they are busy looking for how to feed their stomach because what they are paid is too low. It's too small for them to manage. All these things we have to put it in place because everybody in every department is educated and they pass through the hand of the teachers. So today, we are going to explain to you what is our vision and mission. And Honorable Dr. Henry will lead us into that. Our mission and vision, what is the philosophy we want to portray, and what are our objectives? Then after that, Mr. Obeniru will tell us about the structure that we have already put in place. And then you also help us to look at that structure. And then after that, I will be talking about the call for paper and the conference we are planning to have on June 11th and 12th. And we say that that is the first conference of its kind, where everybody is invited to join in that conference, because we are going to be talking about contemporary issues that concern us. We are not going to wait for people to develop our country. We are the one to do it, and we have all it takes to do that. I believe that. So, without wasting much time, because I know that people will be asking questions as we move on, I want to know if Honorable Henry is in.
Yes,
Is he here? Okay. Okay. Honorable Henry, unmute yourself.
okay. Let me do it. Yeah, I am on.
Okay. You can have the mic.
Okay. So I join my voice with the secretary, education secretary, to welcome members of the cabinet here and also fellow Biafrans who have come to our program today. It's a time for awareness from the Department of Education. So, like the secretary mentioned, I am to talk on the vision, mission, and principles and objectives of education in Biafra. So, I have these few quotations from great minds and great leaders who have articulated the importance of education in few words. So, said education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And that's the words of Nelson Mandela, our dear Nelson Mandela. And then we have also Julius Nyerere. So he also emphasized on the importance of education when he said that education is not preparation for life, rather that education is life itself. And that is the goal also. The Biafra, our people love education, and our people spend for education, and we believe in education. So the vision and mission is aimed at education that is transformational, is a transformative national education system. So education that will lead us to the change, the positive change we desire. And it will also, our education will focus on lifelong learning. So everyone at any time, any point in time is, we have everyone in mind in our goal for education, the old, the young. So that's why we believe in equity. And then our education is also to lead to innovations. So whatever challenges and whatever problems our people face, we don't have to go to abroad to import solutions. So our education must address the problems we face. And then it also is to lead, prepare our citizens for self-reliance and national development. So the core vision of Biafra education, therefore, is to encourage passion for lifelong learning. So everyone, even those who hadn't the opportunity in the past, so we believe that they can be educated because there is no one who can't be educated. So, and that's why we encourage lifelong learning at any point in time. People can learn, people must learn. And then is also in Biafra education is to ensure equitable access. So the system, we have to make education accessible to everyone at any point in time. So access to quality education. So, and then the Biafra education system also is to promote integrity. So integrity, honesty, and responsible social life. So we educate our citizens that they become people of what? People of honor, people of integrity. It's not you have a system like the zoo, you have people here, professors and people of high education, but they are the cause of professors being the people who control elections that are not reliable. So that is, you begin to question their credibility and integrity. So in Biafra education, integrity is our watchword. And then our education is also to foster spiritual growth and moral development. And then equip learners with skills and resources for self-reliance so that they can compete with other of their peers in other parts of the world to compete with others in 21st century demands. And then it's also to prepare graduates to become active contributors to society. Future educational aspiration, so long-term vision. So our long-term vision is to develop an enviable education system in Biafra. So we are growing, and then the goal is in the future. So we can become one of the best in the world. So develop an enviable educational system in Biafra, form and retain allied talents within the nation. So we want to bring an end to the issue of brain drain. So our best must stay behind to work for us. And then we reduce brain drain and promote national development. And then it's also geared at attracting talented international students because we live in a global world. So if we become attractive, so if we meet the standard of the world, people will come from all over, and the best who come, we also can retain them so that they contribute in our national development. And then our future goal also is to position Biafra as a center for academic excellence. So the mission of Biafra education is enable all individuals to achieve their full potential educational services. We therefore focus on early childhood education and care, the children, the youth and young education, and adult education. So, and then our emphasis will also be inclusive education for all learners, and also internationalization of education, because we are not going to be monadic. So we have to extend, we can invite great professors all over the world can come to work for us. And we can also send our own to go to study what is working in other places in order to bring them back to help build our system. So our objectives and key features is innovative and skill-based learning. So innovation is to be a watchword. So and then skill-based learning. So people cannot, after learning, they don't have skills that are required in job places. So those are to be emphasized at the educational levels, at all levels. So equal access to education, regardless of social status, family background, gender, or belief, and then high quality content and delivery methodology. So our education is to instill love for knowledge and lifelong learning, develop skills for innovation, technology, and future work, and then encourage interest in sciences, in business, in technology, and humanities. So specific objectives: we strengthen knowledge of Biafra history. So we strengthen knowledge because our history is very important. So we strengthen the knowledge of Biafra history so that at all levels, our students know what had happened in order to be ready to face the challenges of the present. We know what happened in the past, and then we use the knowledge to equip ourselves for facing the challenges in the present. So our culture, we have also to emphasize honor for our culture in our educational system. Our languages must be promoted because they are great values, and then our values are also to be treasured. And then we prepare our students for leadership roles. So we emphasize in the educational system, when we talk of they are the leaders of tomorrow, so we mean it. It's not in the case when we talk of leaders of tomorrow, then after 50 years, we still have the same push that have killed the system. So our own, we want a system that works. So prepare our students for leadership roles in all aspects of our lives. And then, so the general study courses will be emphasized. So at all levels, mandatory for all students. So minimum 10 credit courses for undergraduates, 8 credits for direct entrance, and then we have to apply also to vocational. This will apply to vocational institutions, technical and adult learners. So this, so then the role of the general studies. So build well-rounded scholars and leaders, encourage knowledge across disciplines. So our education will also be interdisciplinary. So we connect because life is interdisciplinary. So our system has also to work that one aspect connects because that is how life is. So we encourage knowledge across disciplines, and then to be inspired by principles, by the principles of our equity principles of emphasis on ongoing learning. So these are just, I took them from our policy, and is what we intend, so that our system will be a great system that will deliver to our people the quality education we desire. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Henry, for that great explanation. And I believe that the audience will be asking us, the Biafrans will be asking questions to explain more on that. We want to go now into our organogram. What structure do we have in Biafran land? It's very important that we are aware of this structure. Is Mr. Meniru on board? Mr. Meniru? Okay, I take it on board.
Sorry, Honorable, if
Yes,
because I saw your messages, maybe the network is not allowing them to come in. So because I think the host he has enough room for to allow people in. So
I think because they are from is from Niger.
Yeah, it must be their network. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we want to seize this opportunity to explain that the Board of Ministry of Education and Ministry of Science and Culture will be the decision-making board in our educational system. The permanent secretary will work closely with them. Deputy Secretary, Director of Education, all the commissioners.
Was that okay? I didn't know I was muted.
Okay.
Okay, is that where you're going on? Oh,
no, sorry, yes.
I didn't know I was. I thought I
you.
was saying something. I never knew I was muted.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
It's my pleasure to be here today. First of all, kudos we go to the United States of Biafra government, who are deemed fit to incorporate the Department of Education as an important part of the Biafran Constitution. Of course, as they said, that no education system can grow above the quality of its teachers. We want to thank the Biafran, United States of Biafran government, led by Dr. Ngozara and his able executives. Well, I want to crave your indulgence today to make this presentation because I know that this executive is imbued with men of high caliber, very intellectual people. So whatever we are doing, I know you people know it better. And you people have told us to go and market ourselves. And I pray you people will also support us as we move on. Thank you very much for your time. As the Education Secretary rightly said, we are really looking at educational organogram and the curriculum organogram. And she started mentioning the Board of Ministry of Education and Culture, where we have hierarchy of administration, starting with the permanent secretary, the deputy permanent secretaries, directors in homeland, and the commissioners, and also secretary of education. These people work in unison. Some are accountable to others. That is to make sure that our education system, we have a sort of checks and balances, because no education system can grow if there's no checks and balances and proper administration. Having said that, we have what we call our Biafra National Core Curriculum. And in this National Core Curriculum, as Dr. Henry have mentioned, he was able to tell us about the vision and mission and the structure of our Biafran education. Then we have also what we call the core curriculum, which is in administrative section, which is now a steering document that we give guide to teachers who are going to draw from that document and be able to teach Biafran children. It is expected that this document will serve as a guide in every policies and admission of Biafran education. So I'm going to look at the curriculum structure proper. So I want to mention some of the departments that we have in the curriculum structure, but it's not going to be explained because of time. We have different departments as listed in our structure. That's like Department of Early Childhood Education, Department of Upper Education, Department of Communication, Department of Education Sciences and Policies, Department of Arts and Culture, Department of Youth and Sports Policy, Department of Teacher Recruitment. So it continues like that. We have other ones like liberal adult education, inclusive special education, quality assurance, and so on and so on. But I will not go into detail or mentioning all of them. It's about almost 32. We have different structures, up to 32 of them. But there's something we have here which we call the ethical team. Like in every organization or in every institution, you have checks and balances. And this ethical team it's a pure philosophy that is Biafra based, whereby there will be adequate monitoring, there will be supervision, because it's a wide topic, ethical team. It's like a ministry in Biafra education that will be holistically monitoring our education system to maintain standard, to make sure that nobody deviates from the aims and objectives of Biafran education. So as Dr. Balewa have rightly told us, we started saying that our primary level education will start from year 1 to year 6 grade. And as we mentioned, it is going to be compulsory in Biafra land at this very level. Before that we have what we call early child education, which Dr. Balewa have mentioned, which implies that parents will take their children to that very center. And that if the parents take their children to those centers, they cannot abandon their children in that area. There is adequate monitoring, there's penalties. The parents will be sanctioned if they take their children at that level and abandon them in the school premises for anybody. So there's penalties. It is not more like a situation where somebody will have a child, they will not be able to take care of them. No. The African education system does not give room for that. Anything that the parents does at this very early age, they will be held accountable. Should anything happen to any Biafran child, the parents at that level will be held accountable. Then when we set the pre-primary level, it is a compulsory education at this very level, which is 6 years and above. And the attendance, for them to be admitted, that is from January to September. People will be admitted from that level 1, that is year 1 to year 6 people who are at that very level. And the normal subjects we have earmarked that will be taught, which is based on the standard of Biafra education system, is something like a history of our land, history of Biafran land. We will teach our children mathematics, teach them science, teach them arts and physical education for them to be very sound. Then before they now go to what we call the lower secondary education, which is from year 7 to 9, These things can be done at the municipal level. It is also a comprehensive school education for all who are between the level of 6 to 15 years old. And it is also compulsory. And again, we said that in the Biafra education system, attendance to school is also mandatory. Nobody is exempt. There's no excuse. When the education system in Biafra is compulsory, attendance is also compulsory. Then we have another level of education there, which is the upper secondary education, which is from grade level 10 to 12. And this is where the students are being prepared for the matriculation examination. There will be a matriculation examination when they go to upper level secondary education. They will do a matriculation exam that will usher them into the uni. Then we also provided in Biafra education what we call the vocational education training, or VET. This vocational education is a type of education that this vocational education is meant to prepare people in various skills. It's like more like a skills acquisition, so that while you are still going to normal school, what we call general school, you can also participate in this vocational training education. And at this level of upper secondary education, it is free of charge. Apart from being free of charge, the government or the municipal, whoever is in charge, students will be provided with feeding. There will also be free meal. There will also be secondary education. It's free in Biafra land. It's very, very important we take note of that. So at that time, the students will now prepare for their secondary matriculation examination, which will provide them eligibility for higher education. That's the idea of preparing them for that exam after the upper education, is for them to prepare for the examination that will take them to the higher institution. So another thing that is important in our educational arrangement is what we call the training. That's this training after the upper higher education. Purpose, we have 1 year training. This 1 year inclusive training program, we help us to prepare the mind of our people that we're going to the university or any other higher institution. And in this 1 year program, it was envisaged that these Biafran children will have opportunity to be trained in military training. Apart from military training, they will be exposed to agriculture. And also there will be what we call inclusive language, whereby some of them will be able to interact with people of different states, various states in their languages. So the core of that 1 year composite training after the higher education, before you go to the university, is for them to be trained, to be adequately prepared. Some of them that will go into something like maybe some will not like to go into the regular school. Some of them will go into apprenticeship. Apprenticeship opportunity is also allowed in Biafra education. While you go to school, you also participate in apprenticeship, and your certificate will be duly certified. And that is the aim at that very level, providing such a training. I know that at the long run, the education secretary will throw more light on that. Okay, then let's look at the higher education first, because there's no time. We have our higher education, which is our university. Then we say that the first degree will be between 3 to 4 years. Then the masters will be between 18 months to 24 months for masters. The doctorate programs will be 3 years for people that are going to do full time, while those that will be doing maybe part time, we do between 3 to 5 years course. And in that aspect, they will also use 2 years to do the course and use 1 year to do research for those who are doing doctorate. Then our Biafran education system makes provision for children who may be so exceptional And it makes room for them to enroll on time so that we do not delay them. Our veteran education is planned in such a way that we will capture them at that very level, at the other level, which I've mentioned, that these children will be enrolled. They will be allowed to enroll while they are still in the training, to enroll in advanced placement in the university. While you are still in training in the Biafran 1-year program, you will be allowed to enroll in any university of your choice, so that we will not delay you. If you are a very fast student, if you are gifted and talented, and we discover you are gifted and talented, we allow you to enroll on time into the university. You know that in Biafra, we know that normally universities engage in conducting scientific research. But in Biafra education system, we make a provision for what we call University of Applied Sciences. The aim of this university is to meet the labor need of Biafra. We know that our country, Biafra, we are technologically inclined people. We have brain, we have people who are gifted, we have people who have something to offer. That was why this aspect of Applied Science University was also created, which will last between the period of 3 to 5 years for some people and 4 to 5 years for some. So this type of university, we made provision that it can be run by a private or municipal, and also the government. And they have freedom in whatever they do. They are not being hindered, so that they're able to deliver what and get to the root of what we are expected. So we also made provision for adult education, because we know that there's no way we will neglect adult education in our educational curriculum. So having said that,
You have muted yourself. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, I said in conclusion, I want to finally talk about the general studies for all students and learners. The general studies is classified up to 12. I'll just mention them and round up at that level. We always started with the GST course, which is 101 to 102. That will be for all Biafran children. And it will do what? It is going to teach languages. We are interested in Igbo language. After Igbo language, if it is Ijaw, Yoruba, depending on the state that is involved, this GST 101 and 102 will be helping us to train our children in our own mother tongue. This is very, very, very important, because our own technology will also will grow by the use of our mother tongue. We cannot do that mistake again, which we have made before. We cannot deny. That is why the GST 101 and 102 is important in our educational system. We have GST 1032, which is about Biafran people and culture. It is very important that Biafran people and their culture is being preserved. We have lost our direction. We are moving like a ship without a rudder. The education system now wants to bring back that culture of Biafra. Every culture in Biafra land must be.
He's muted himself again.
No. I did. I'm sorry. Can you just?
Okay. I said that I was talking about the GS 103, which has to do with the Biafran people and their culture. I said our culture is very, very important to us. We want to preserve it, and that is why this GST 103 is very, very important in our curriculum. We have another one like the GST 104 and 105. We have to teach about logic and philosophy. We don't want to have people that doesn't know their origin. This is why this logic and philosophy is very, very important. We have another one like GST 106, which have to talk about Biafra history, philosophy, our history, even the one they say they have removed from one country book. I don't know, but what is important to us is that as a United States of private government, we want to have our history written and preserved for generation to come. And we have another one like GST 107, which have to do with humanities, and GS 108, social sciences, GS 109, 110, English and technology. They have GST 111, which is about special learning and sign language, and GS 112. So all these things are the organogram. They just brief organogram of the Biafran system of education, which we have packaged to help us to get to our promised land. I want to rest my case at this very juncture.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Omeniru. Just to connect with what Dr. Henry has said and what you have said, we are now trying to give the real structure of what we have already planned for our people. And it's going to be the best education you can get in the whole world, I promise you. It's going to be. I call Professor Kamalu to present to us about the call for paper and that. I want to explain one thing Mr. Omeniru said about 1 year transitional training for our children. We call it Biafran Youth Transitional Year, BYTY.
Yes.
After they have finished their studies, before they go to university, every student will attend that 1 year because it's going to be compulsory. And it's going to be the roadmap to our university.
Even if you are coming from abroad.
Even if you're coming from abroad or anywhere, so that you know your culture, you know your skills, you know your gift. Before you begin to enter university, you have already made sure the courses that you are going to do. It's not going there now. Some people go and do courses that they don't like. It's
or their parents force them.
1 year. So the degree, we have to form a degree to set up a national directorate comprising of the chairman, director general, representative of committees, and all the armed forces will also be there, police, Biafran employees, association, and other people. It has to be organized properly well. And the objectives, one, is that all Biafran small children must be trained to inculcate discipline in Biafran youth by instilling in them a tradition of industry at work and of patriotic and royal service to Biafrans in any situation. They learn basic military skills. They are not all going to be soldiers and military and all that, but they learn basic skills for self-defense because the world is changing today.
Yes.
They need to be able to hold on themselves. Wherever environment they find themselves, they'll be able to protect themselves. They need to develop community ties among Biafran youths. Like we are going to have 40 states. These 40 states, the youth have to learn to interact with one another and be friendly.
Yes.
That fight of your Igbo, your Calabar, your this and that, we want to make sure we destroy it. So in that case, in that training, they will learn to eradicate prejudice, remove ignorance, ethnic malice among the youth in different states, and develop sense of corporate existence and common purpose for the people of Biafra. You know, when people want to destroy us, they use us against ourselves. They will tell you, these people are like this, people are like this. And we will be stupidly fighting when actually we're supposed to be together. We need to raise the moral tone of the Biafran youth by giving them an opportunity to learn about higher ideals of national achievement, social and cultural improvement. To develop in the Biafran youth the attitude of mind acquired through shared experiences and suitable training, which will make them more agreeable to mobilization. This will help them at this early stage to acquire the spirit of self-reliance by encouraging them to develop skills for self-employment. It's not every time that the government must employ everybody. People can also learn how to employ themselves and then move on. They have to contribute to the growth of the national economy. Achieve this objective, there should be equal distribution of members of service training and the effective realization of their skills in all areas. And as far as possible, youths should be assigned to jobs in states other than their own state of origin. So that will be general interaction, so that they will know each other and see one another as brothers and sisters we are supposed to be. They should be given opportunity to experience the mode of living in different parts of Biafra. Like when they will do that, we plan that there will be 4 places where we have this training, and there we will shuffle youth so that they meet each other in that place. And that the Biafran youth, they will have this opportunity to learn to tolerate, accommodate, and work with one another. It's very, very important at this early stage. So they will be encouraged to seek at the end of that year the university of their choice. Because now they are ready, they have the skills. Now, when they get the rest of their choice, and this 1 year, as they're working, they'll be paid. Just typing to keep them at it, so that they don't go where we're looking for where to find food or something to maintain themselves. There's a lot in our curriculum that we need to explain. But as
just talk about the ethical and conclude with that one. Ethical thing, because it's very, very important.
Okay, of course, there will be no department without ethical consideration, because we are people of integrity. We are people of respect. But because of what is happening, people are searching for money, searching for basic need, which is supposed to be above that. So there will be ethical department that will be looking at the principles, the values, and the moral aspect of our teachers. You cannot just be any teacher in Biafran land. You must be somebody of integrity. We have to build it up, because that's what built individuals. You have to be somebody who is really interested in the growth of our youth, our children, not people that want to take advantage of them. We not like such people. And people who are not qualified to teach certain subjects should upgrade themselves in order to be ethically viable, ethically present, in order to teach those things. As I said, it's a whole set of package. We talk about the ethics. But because of time, I will drop it. Maybe when you ask questions, we will explain more. Before we start entertaining questions, I see the hands are up already. I feel that we will finish the presentations and then we answer the questions. Is that okay?
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. So let me invite our Honorable Professor Kamalu. I saw him. Professor Kamaru, are you still there?
Yes, he's there. Unmute yourself.
Yes, let me start by thanking our Deputy Prime Minister, the PM, the person of Dr. Nzi Rabweze. We are very privileged to be in your presence, and we thank all our teams who have been working tirelessly all these days. So really, we are trying to, structure and also have and establish an indigenous. I would like us to be adding that word, indigenous education, of our own country, this new country, because when we talk about indigenous education, we are talking about education relating to our culture and tradition. You see, I like to also appreciate what these people have done in the past, like Ahajoko Forum. Ahajoko Forum, because all the professors, all the academians were there, brainstorming on what should be done to have this type of indigenous education in Igbo land. And it should be a leading Pan-African Igbo, educational system. And this is exactly what we are trying to do, our DPM, and then we have to, introduce a unique type of educational system that will drive entrepreneurship, so that a balance of 3D, that is the domains of education, should be properly balanced. Is because when the domains are balanced, all these things we have been talking about will be, easier for the teachers, parents, and their students. And the issue of the relationship between the parents, teachers, and the scholars or students must be fortified and made stronger, because the teachers must be closer, and we, the adults, must also encourage the students as mentors, because in Igbo land, entrepreneurship started here with us, So with this educational system we are trying to introduce, we have to now, fortify it and make it to be more sustainable. So in a nutshell, all these things we have been trying, and on my own personal, perspective, trying to put it on paper so that we forward it to the Secretary of Education, so that it will be now, put into order. Because, in a situation, in a group action like this, what idea may not be enough from one person. So that is why we have to put in all the things that have been said, including the structure, the holistic structure of this particular educational system in this land. Sometimes we in the homeland have been trying to encode or try to encode all the things we do, knowing that we cannot tell our enemies our road of escape. So that is what we are doing. That does not mean that we don't know what to say and what to do. Whenever we forward something to our team, let them now decipher it and they put things in their right perspective. You see, because some of us who are here in the homeland are being watched. And that does not mean we should shy away from what has been going on. But I want to let us know that our educational counselors that we are going to build must be properly trained. The educational counselors, they have a lot to do in trying to interview and counsel students who are coming in, newly admitted students. Yes. So the reason being that so many of these students have different gifts and different talents, and they have to be classified as such. That is why we have to train the teachers and this particular educational counselors in our institution, so that they will guide our students technically aright. So, in fact, well, our people here in the team have done a very great job, and I have to submit my own particular memo to the Secretary of Education, holistically on the issue of what has been or issues being discussed here, so that they can now tie it up. Because when we are building a department, especially a department that is new and that is coming on board in a very new and virgin nation, we have to, build it in a way that, yes, it will have a and of the time, So that's why I have come and tried to share up what I'm doing today to make sure that I am in this midst, and especially when our DPM is here. So I am very happy with the work the secretary is doing and all the members of this team. So I will do all my best in every aspect of what I feel that is obtainable for me to contribute in my own way. So that is exactly what I need to tell us. But I have to remind all of us that this ethics and value is very, very important in education. See, as the moral aspect of moral science aspect of this education should be incorporated into our system. And this is what I was doing when the time we were in service for some during the time of Jonathan, because I don't know why they don't want to testify that aspect, because we wanted to come to US to, in this ethics and values, institute there in US that time before everything went wrong. So I am always available to make my own contribution when the issue of my nation comes up, even though we are in a very tight corner here and being watched. So that does not mean that we should not try to wriggle out whatever we are doing. After all, in 1786 thereabout, I know that America was talking about all these things, trying to organize themselves when George Washington and Patrick Henry are there to ensure that everything takes shape. So we know what they passed through. And this is exactly because our own will not be the first and will not be the last. So we have to take the bull by the horn to ensure that everything is done accordingly for our people to rise again, because it is at the focus of the land that Africa must rise again. And this is our ideology concept in values, and the education has been the mother of every discipline, and with formidable and standard and quality education, I know that a nation with it will grow so fast. Thank you very much, and I will maybe maybe next week, I will send in a memo I have to the Secretary of Education, so that they will now use it to fine-tune some of the points they have brought in here. Thank you very much, and may the universe bless all of us.
Thank you very much, Prof. Let me let you know that Prof has already sent his own abstract. He's a very sharp person, and we are happy to have him here.
Thank you,
because
Prof.
all the people in the Department of Education are made from heaven, I should say, because we are really working hard to make sure that something good comes to us. Before I will call Dr. Chinedu Okoye, who is also one of us, I just want to, in line with what Prof has said, that we are planning for the call for abstract conference, the first of its kind, so that we put our heads together and look at the contemporary issues and the dictionary issues that are affecting our children, our Biafran youth, at this point in time. And the only way to talk about it, it is through conference. So I have organized this conference to take place in June 11th and 12th, where we will come together online and share these different topics. I have sent it to some of the platform. After this, I'm going to circulate it. There is no department that is not represented in that conference, call for curriculum. There's a topic for each department. that you can pick and elaborate. And we are saying that if we are able to get up to 1,000 people, 500, 200 to participate in this conference, then when you register, we will use that money, because DPM is saying that we have to showcase the standard we are talking about in the homeland. It's no longer in diaspora. And we need some help to do that. Because if we are to give a free education to our people, we need money to buy the equipments and the things we need, starting from the pre-primary care level down to the senior secondary. So joining and picking a point, and even if you have no abstract, every Biafran is expected to participate in that conference. Please mark the date and pay the registration. You can contact me or Honorable Henry and give your details so that we register and then begin to know those that will be able to give us abstract presentation and those that will attend. Because when you attend and listen to what others have shared, you can also contribute. It's going to be our conference. It's not their conference. Biafran conference. Hello, Biafrans. It's going to be our conference.
It's our own.
So I will like everybody to participate. Contact us. We are ready. We are available. But just because we cannot start anything practically on the homeland now, as Prof has explained, how they are struggling there. But we believe that it will not be long. It will not be long. God is on our side. So I invite Dr. Chinedu Okoye. Are you there? Dr. Chinedu is one of us. Is in the education department. I saw her.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes,
Dr.
please.
Ngozi. Good
Okay.
evening, everybody. Welcome. I want to salute our Onyendo, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to salute our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I want to salute our Deputy Prime Minister who is present here this night, Adora, Ada Dingomi. God bless you. The Deborah of our time. The Lord is your strength, man. And I salute all the professors and commissioners and everybody present. Thank you very much. I've been in Nigeria for about 2 months now, and in Anambra State for about a month. And I truly understand what our men and women on the ground are going through. They are doing a formidable job showing up. I tell you, my brothers and sisters, that even with my dollar, when I change my dollar and I have thousands of millions of naira in my pocket, it's not going far for me. If you listen, you hear the generating plant booming in the background. Nothing works. Nothing is working. And I'm not trying to discourage people, but it's really tough. Anyway, having said that, I want to thank the presenters. I love the presentation Dr. Chinedu gave at the beginning. It was very concise, very precise, and very, very clear, very bold. I just want to ask, I think I heard him say when they start school in January. I don't remember us agreeing that school year begins in January. I don't know if it's a slip of tongue or what, but I stand to be corrected. That's one. Another point I want to raise before I speak briefly on ethics, I want to ask, I know it is practical that we can actually give free education in Biafra. We can do it. We have the resources. We just need the boldness, the bold leadership, and leadership with integrity, which I know we are building in this department. Leadership that will cause people to do the right thing at the right time without looking at faces. And I know we have that in Biafra. But what I was going to say from that is, we're going to have free education, basically from the first day a child steps into a public education program to the highest level. But I was thinking, what happens to non-Biafran indigenes who live in Biafra? Are they going to enjoy the same free education that we are giving to Biafrans? I don't know if we have given a serious thought to people who might come from other states to enjoy our largest of heart, our enviable programs, educational programs. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Dr. Chinedu, I hope relocation have not really
making a big sense. Yeah.
I think this has been discussed before. I don't know where you're bringing it here. I thought you want to make a presentation, please.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
About internationalization.
I'm sorry.
So that is the
when you come to general, you can come with that, please.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. I don't have a formal presentation on like you would think I would, but because it's hard for me to operate from here. I'm sorry to say, it's really hard for me to operate. I'm trying to find my footing here in Anambra State.
We understand.
But thank you, my dear. And I want to say that Biafra education should be hinged on serious ethical foundations. And part of it must be from that the parents must be very active participants in the education of their children. And that also means that Biafran education system must find a way to monitor what happens with the child when he gets home from school. We're not going to disrupt the family system, but what I mean is, we're not going to teach them in the schools and then they go home and the parents disorganize what we teach them. I don't know. I want us to give a serious thought to how parents will be active and informed participants in the education of the Biafran child. At a point during our discussions sometime last year, I mentioned the fact that the brain that works at home is the same brain that works at school. Children who are not practical at home cannot exchange the brain, use another brain to work at school. Children who are not encouraged at home to be active, to be proactive, and to be industrious in the house chores and stuff like that are not going to use another brain when they get to school. That is my understanding. And so we need to make sure that the homes are informed enough to help the school to raise the Biafran child. That is ethics. Then talking about the teachers, there's a lot to talk about ethical principles in our system.
Just summarize.
What I see now, did you talk to me?
No, I just say it's okay. Just summarize it. Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that at every level, all the adults, what I'm seeing around me right now, my brothers and sisters, I just wish I could have a magic wand to change the perspective of people around me. a real serious revamping of the way we are thinking, the way we think. I see a defeatist attitude around me. People have a laissez-faire defeatist attitude, and we really need to put that into consideration as we plan for the education of the Biafran mind. Let me stop there. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. These are the members of the education department that we have been working closely together. I am so proud with what we are doing now. We are up on front. I want to hand over back to Mouthpiece, Honorable Mouthpiece, to now lead us on how to go about the questions and that. Thank
okay. Thank you so much, Honorable. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that our DPM is here. I
Yes.
greet you, Your Excellency. Finally, with all the programs she had today, she made it. Thank you for
Yes.
coming to join us. And I also thank Honorable Famdian for coming in also. Thank you
Yes.
so much. I wanted to just before I speak, let me just hand over to our DPM. Maybe she has one or two to say to us. Thank you. The mic is yours, Your Excellency.
Oh, you can go ahead, Honorable Mouthpiece. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Honorable Secretary for Education, thank you. You have a wonderful team. I am so proud of you guys. In fact, I'm jealous. I wanted to just ask just a slight question, or maybe so to if Honorable Omeniru will dig deeper on what he said about the history, because for me, I want to know what the department is going to do about the history, because I love history so much. I love our history, and our history has been so distorted. So what is the department doing to make sure that our children get to know our history, not the one written for us? That is, for example, Mungo Park, Discover River Niger. So please, if you can, so please, if you can just.
Sorry, is Dr. Henry there?
Thank you.
Can I
Dr.
answer that
Henry.
question?
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Dr.
Okay.
Henry, can you
Answer that
respond to that, please?
Can I
Thank you,
answer
guys,
the
because
question?
yes, please, you guys make me so proud. Thank you. I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah. So just the question, as the history is passionate to you, that is also how it is passionate to us. And so in the curriculum, we will have history at all levels. So it will be, oh, it's not, sorry. So please, I am.
Are you in there now?
So, yeah, at all levels. And so the thing is, we bring it to the like in elementary, primary, the lower level. So we have a way of using stories and the songs to help them integrate the history. And then but at all levels, it is in the also even in the let me stipulate it. I am at the hospital, so that's why I'm.
Okay.
May I come in?
Okay, let Professor Kabano handle it while
Yes.
you're in the hospital.
Yes, you see, it is important. History, language, and culture are very important, especially history. Because if you doesn't know your origin, you will become a slave to those who know themselves, and know their own origin. So that's why our pupils or students must learn this history and the history of other nations, so that they will now know what their people are doing. And the education should, pilot that affairs to inculcate history, especially Igbo and the languages, into our own curriculum or curricula. So history is very, very important in what we are doing, because as an Igbo person or as a Biafran person, you mustn't have to tell your students, the origin of this particular nation, and it should be at the tip of their hand, so whenever they are, in schools. So history is important, all right? I'm not a historian, but I have seen the importance of the history and the food, agricultural production, including languages, our mother tongue.
In addition to that, I want to explain that we have GST courses already in our curriculum. And it contains all these things we are talking about.
So what we said, like history, because you have to, even the children, they have to know the history of their families, the family trees, where you belong in the family. You locate yourself in your family. So that's from there, and then gradually you advance to the history of who we are, the history of what has happened to us. So that's the curriculum will begin with, we give them the introductory, the basics, and then we advance. And then we have also those who will measure it as a full course. So those who will take it as full course, who will research into who we are and what had happened. So we have that's our plan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable. I'll leave it in your hands to call those you want. Looking at the raised hands. I'll just leave it. If you need my assistance, I'm here.
Okay. We have Olisemeka Otto. Maybe we begin with you. Otto. Please, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Good evening, all. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Secretary for Education and team, thank you very much. You guys are doing great. We did a nice work and again a nice presentation. But that's one thing I did not hear. I don't know if I omitted it. Do we have any plans in the education curriculum about disability children and what? Yeah. So the highest level, disability.
Okay, Mr. Meniru.
Let me handle that. Thank you very much. Because thank you for that beautiful question. When I talked about inclusive education and special education, which is the core of our curriculum, and also the GST course, we have to introduce what we call sign language. It's a system now whereby sign language can be a second language or third language for each and every one of us. But some of us can speak English, some can speak Spanish, and any other one. And if you can do sign language, it's going to help. It is the vision of Biafra education system to incorporate this sign language in the curriculum at every level, because we are envisaging a situation whereby parents who have these children with disabilities should be able to communicate to them first in their home, communicate to them adequately, not total communication like you wave your hand. No, parents should be aware. We are making a provision whereby we even train the parents to know how to do sign language. So in some of our presentation, we have looked at digital technology as a means of helping people with disabilities. When you classify them from those who are, let me use the raw English, not advanced English, people that have barriers like the blind, the deaf, the mentally retarded, let me use that one too, sorry to use that word, and then people that have a physical disability, people that have Down syndrome or like attention deficit hyperactive children, all these classified children like those dyslexia, calculia, all of them combined. We have made provision also for teaching them using digital technology. So this is incorporated in our curriculum because we don't have time to read all of them. And we also make provision for inclusive education, whereby we mainstream our educational system, creating an enabling environment. What is environment? The environment that will allow people to associate, to interact, to enjoy in the class. Even those the people that are not that are on wheelchair, permanently on wheelchair, we have provision for them. They can even learn life from their house. So we have a big package for special education. Because of time, I don't want to
thank you. No, thank you.
And it's also in our curriculum.
No, yes. Thank you very much. You've hit the nail on the head. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. So we call on Honorable Teddy.
Okay. Good evening, the Secretary of Education, all your team. Honestly, I don't know. I'm short of words, so I have to say what you people have delivered. I was going to initially ask questions about all the themes and everything. You captured it all. Well, one thing I discover right now, Biafrans, these are ambidextrous human beings doing one thing on the other, the wife, the father, and everybody doing something to actually satisfy the family. Did we look at a situation where pre-primary education, where the parents can equally be assisting the younger ones that are not officially in the education system and giving them time actually to do some other things and allow them to achieve either playpens, play mates and so on and so forth, something like that in the society. Is it possible?
Father Henry, are you there to respond?
Back with the question, please. I need to. So the question again, please.
Pre-primary education. Okay, go ahead then, Honorable.
Pre-primary education. Remember, like I said, Biafran people, they are ambidextrous. Those people are so hardworking. Sometimes the mother, the father, everybody working, and you still have younger ones that are not school bound yet. Is there any way we can inculcate something like play system where those ones can gather around, playing around while the parents, go and fend for them as well?
Yeah, before school age, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we have plans for that.
Okay.
I think Honorable Teddy is talking about daycare, kind of like daycare.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah. Yes.
That is where we said that it is not that it is a daycare. You don't come and dump your child there and go. We will give you penalty.
Yes.
So you don't dump your child. It's like the standard. One thing about our education system is that we are not plagiarizing. We are not copying anybody. It's very, very germane to Biafra education system. The way USB Constitution is to our countries, the way our education system is. So the enrollment at that level is classified. So there are those people, individuals can also handle it. Government can also handle it. We do not make it there free. It's not. Parents are according to your ability to pay, but it is compulsory that every child at that level will go to that kindergarten. Or that's normally what you are talking about, kindergarten. There's provision in the Constitution for kindergarten education, whereby children will play till even when they go to 6 years, which is normally the school enrollment year, which will be when somebody have gotten to 6 years. Then we can now enroll to primary education. That's what we envisaged.
And there must be curriculum prepared for it.
And of course, and finally, when you say ambidextrous is not even a bad one, because if somebody can make use of his left and right hand, it helps to the two aspects of the brain to work adequately. So it's still very good in our educational system. Thank you.
Thank you. Then we move to the next Bishop Nwaizu. Bishop, please, can you unmute? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good evening from here, my DPM, Your Excellency, our Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education and your team. I must say a big thank you to the kind of framework that have been put in place for our education system. These are the things that gives us more strength to work harder for the actualization or sovereignty of the United States of Biafra. We are so grateful to all of you. I greet every Biafran here. I don't know if you are getting me. Am I clear?
Yes, yes, you are clear. Go on.
Okay, okay. Initially, I'm just trying to applaud the team for a good job, well done. Beside that, I listened to hear concerning skill training from primary school. I didn't hear anything like that. It will be necessary, as history is a necessary subject. Skill training should also be necessary and mandatory from primary. Considering a new nation, we must also have a predetermined arrangement on industrialization, which begins with early child identification of ability and interest in whichever area they might venture in the future. And also, though I may not hear it, but I needed to hear something about that. Secondly, I would love our education system curriculum to be simplified or sized up in a way of encouraging students, especially from secondary school upwards, to create a particularized kind of educational system that focuses on customized education system where people are not subjected to 10 subjects out of 4 or 6 are not particular to their respect or their direction of focus, so that we will create people that are professionals in their field. Unlike several countries, I've seen some countries where I went, some of them are doing some adjustment on their number of subjects that children have to go through. I think as a new nation and an upcoming best nation in the world, we must put all technical know-how to position our people to become the best of any field they are in. A system that really give people hope, not a system where somebody is struggling to pass 10 subjects and 8, as I heard. At the end of the day, he becomes jack of all trades and master of none. Because the cumbersomeness of subjects that they are carrying on their shoulders makes it impossible. Even at the time they are narrowing to their personalization, it becomes very difficult for them to strive. So personally, this is a kind of education system I would love from this onset that Biafra should focus on, especially those of you who are championing the way forward for us. You are doing a great job. We are very much appreciative of that. We are just putting our voice at this early stage that things like this become mandatory, number one. Number two, the curriculum to be more appetizing and inviting. I think that's all I could say now. But otherwise, thank you, our permanent secretary and your team. May the Almighty God bless you.
Thank you very much for this great input. We have taken note of that. And in view of that, I will invite any of the members to respond.
Yeah, based on what he observed, very good observation.
Yes.
He was talking about vocational education.
Yes.
And training. We already have VET, which is vocational education and training. And what it means is that you combine this vocational education with also general education, like it is practiced in other countries where we are. You go to school, we have five days in a week. You go to school for 2 2 days. The other 3 days, you use it to go for vocational training. Government still pay you. That is what Biafra we have stated that we're going to do. We will not leave our children empty-handed so that they don't become wayward or begin to beg. So there is a provision at that level, because when you talk about training a child in a skill, we have to look at their age. When somebody have gotten to the age of primary school, which is about 6 years, then they'll be exposed to this vocational training, which will help them in life. So we have it in our curriculum, and we will also like to add more
Yes.
based on your suggestion.
Especially not heaping too many subjects.
Too many subjects, yes.
Yeah, that they will be jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of none.
Thank you very much, Bishop.
Talking about the skills, so there are a lot of skills they can also learn, even from 3 years, 2 years. You know, musical skills they can sing.
That's why I was referring from primary school, because it's not only when they are entering secondary school. Some children are so crafty. They are so crafty that at the tender age of 5, 4, you are able to see their direction of interest. These are areas I'm trying to say that we incorporate it from early stage, so that by the time somebody is reaching secondary school, you might find out that he's doing well in engineering. What do? You narrow down subject to that person so that he become a genius in that field, not to be carried away with struggle to pass 6 other subjects that have nothing to do with engineering. These are narrow area I wanted us to really strive enough to make sure that we bring out the best out of our people. We are part of those who struggled immediately after Biafra war in primary school. It was something else. But at the end of the day, it's important that we shape the nation before the nation arrives. And this you are doing is shaping it before it arrives, which is excellent, so that we don't fidget around and struggle on what to do and how to do them. Right now, you are doing wonderful. And this is the right time for the framework to carry every suggestion that are important and helpful along. That's what I'm asking.
Thank you very much. We have heard.
Thank you.
We will put it into consideration.
What I want to add there, very unfortunately, you may not see my face again because of my generator has gone down.
Well, that's why we are fighting for Biafra.
Yes, that is what. You see, you have spoken fine. Your observation and this submission is very, very important, because that's why a mother is supreme. Parents, teachers, students association must be made stronger, right? Because at the age of 1 to 7, if the mother that should know and observe very well where the child is going, in terms of crafts and the skills, right? So mother should be the first teacher to the that is to the child, before even ever the child is presented to the public schools. You see, we have done so much in that area to form certain things that will bring these little children together. That is the thing. The third is that we have been encoding it. That's why I have to present what I have here to the Secretary of Education and the team, so that they will know. If you don't know where you are coming from, and in fact you become a slave to others, they should know that Africa, it has something that is in Africa, and it started from our own land here, geographical position here, which is Afra, because most of us don't know about that history. If we had known it, you would not know why whenever you mention this word Biafra, it seems as if it is a spirit and a fire, you see. So there's a patron saint that originated this nation, and it has from our place where because that's the research we're making now to make sure we secure that spots. When Onyen do ask us to go to Arochukwu, to make sure that we now get a place. But in Ebemo Hafia, we discovered that this, because when we are talking about the first cradle of civilization here in this continent, it used to, if you go to UK, in their museum, you see the continent of Biafra. Some of us have not asked questions why it should be so, and they know us as, more than how we know ourselves. You see, that is one thing about these British people. They are very cunning, and that is why we have to, bring in history, Igbo language, and the things that we feed our people so that we'll have food on our table. And also, while we are learning, all these things will come. But the major thing is that our mothers have a part to play in this education, because they are always with these children. You see, thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we leave, because our time is kicking? We need to give others time to also ask questions.
Dr. Ngozi, please, because of the last speaker, what he said, it seems to me that he's knowledgeable, as at least in the area of education, or maybe he has some information he's going to present like a paper to forward to us so that we can work with it. Or if he's also interested to make contribution, because we still have to write textbooks about Biafra and all these things.
Exactly.
We have not started those ones. So if that speaker is knowledgeable in any area of education, let him come on board. We are here to make sure we enlarging the course.
That is
of our educational system.
Bishop Mwizu.
Yeah, the person that spoke asked questions about
and then
that.
In addition to that, those of you here who can write history and who knows history, please contact us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So can we move on to the next person, please? Ikenna, SSG Ikemba.
I'm sorry, Honorable Secretary of Education.
Yes, please.
This is General Rabbi. I'm having a network problem from a place here. I've been trying to speak, and I can't speak due to network. Please, I want to seize this time to appreciate your good work with your team. And I want to salute Her Excellency, the Tungu Zarabeze, for her good work, and Famdi and all the cabinet members. In fact, I'm so overwhelmed for the education system of Biafra, which you have planned already. And I want to chip in the military aspect of it. Like in the military, we have nursery, primary, and also secondary. Then we have a military academy. Like we have a defense. That is the final. Then I don't know what we are thinking or going to do about it, about the military. Like in the barrack, we have the nursery, primary, and secondary. Then we'll have the defense academy. And I don't know how we are planning towards that. That's what I want to chip in. In fact, I've not been able to hear really what you've been saying due to network issue.
Yeah. Thank you very much for bringing it into our awareness. We will look at it as a team, because if you start discussing it here, it will be a long distance. But we have taken note of that military education, even though we said that a bit of it will be learned by our youth at certain stage. But what you brought now is a bit different. It's a whole system of education for military. We will look at it.
Exactly.
Thank you. So,
yes,
let's move.
Thank you so much.
Our Secretary of
Education. Can I go on now?
Yes, on this issue of military, you see why Israel has been waxing very stronger, because they have a place they call a farm settlement And that is where, even at the younger stage, these people, these children will go to that farm settlement where there is a primary school, secondary school, and there they learn all these military tactics. You know, what he's saying is very, very correct. You know, even our ministers, yes, what he's saying is very correct, very, very correct, because we need to sometimes.
We also like to get input from him. If we can get
Agrarian land army. We have to agrarian land army. You know that during the war we have such a thing, the Biafra for agro militia, food security and safety vanguard, and these are the 10 concepts we have to bring to train our people. Even if they drop out from school, they will hold on something. So that one is well, you know, accepted, that should be incorporated into this educational system.
Yeah. So,
very important.
Honorable Ikenna, please, we would like you to get in touch with us for more input, so that it will help us to plan better. Thank you.
Okay, can I speak now? Can I speak now?
Who's saying Mazi Global?
Mazi Ikenna, SSG, State of Ikemba.
Okay.
Okay, what do you want to put in hand before?
Okay, please, I have a few questions to ask. The first question is, am I coming out clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the first question is this. Our ancient way of writing, that is the Igudibia CBD. I don't know if it will be introduced in our educational system. That is our ancient ways of writing. That's the question. The Igudibia or in CBD.
Can you elaborate on that?
It's CBD in CBD.
In CBD, yes.
Yes, in CBD.
I don't know, because our leader, Onyendo Mazi Nankano, mentioned that years ago. He talked about the CBD. It's like a symbol. It just symbols, the way of writing symbols, so that he said that it will connect throughout the Biafra, throughout the entire Biafra land, that everybody will communicate through that writing, even if we have our differences in terms of language. I don't know, like in terms of language, but that writing will help to will help us to communicate with each other. That's what he said during that. I don't know if it's it's possible.
Let me make a comment on that. In CBD,
hold on. Let me answer him. This is Dr. Obeze. Thank you all so much for what you're doing, and I thank everyone present here. The person that asked the last question, if you go through the United States of Biafra Constitution, you will read about our language. And I keep encouraging us every now and then to go through the Constitution and see what each section of that says in respect to our building our new nation. Now that we are in the process of trying to gradually transition into using our Constitution as a guideline to most of the things we're going to be doing. In that language section, I don't know if anybody here has a portion of that, of our Constitution. If you can read it, it clearly put into consideration the culture, the history of the Biafran people, how over the years, many of us have been scattered all over the world due to the terrorist state of Nigeria, and how they've continued to hunt down innocent Biafrans. So that has made thousands and millions of Biafrans to flee that entity called Nigeria to different parts of the world. In drafting the language of our people, we put all that into consideration. Initially, the official language to communicate in all government offices in Biafra land is going to be the English language. And over the years in the Constitution, if you read that, there will be a committee that will work on a common language for all Biafrans. And I believe that's where your question comes in. Yes, that is the project. I believe it's still going to be under the education department, but that is a futuristic project where this particular department will be working on a common language for the United States of Biafra people. Yes. As far as a particular name is going to be called, I'm not sure that was captured in the Constitution, but that is it is already stated in the Constitution that over the years, just like in other countries, like if you go to Japan, South Korea, most of the countries have their common language, which they used to communicate to each other, like in France. Yes, that will happen in Biafra land, but it's a project of the future. Thank you so much. I don't know if that answers your question.
Thank you, my DPM.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, my DPM. My second question is this: in the secondary school section, with the according to the zoo curriculum, they have this 40 minutes period in that's the classroom activity, the 40 minutes period for a teacher to deliver and come out. So I don't know if that 40 minutes will be extended or will it remain that same 40 minutes. And the second, and the other one that follows it, the other question that follows it is this: will teachers copy notes on the board, copy notes on the board for the students?
No way.
Okay, or will there be a handout given to the student? Then the teacher will now explain a topic from that handout given. That is topic by topic, each maybe each period or maybe each day. That's my question, because I'm asking this because I'm a teacher. So, and going through all those copying of notes and the rest, and that's why I said let me ask this question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Koya, are you still in?
Yes, I'm here.
Please, can you respond to that question?
Can you hear me? Did you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing
you. Thank you for that beautiful question. That's a very relevant question. No, there'll be no notes, right? No writing of notes on the board. One, there'll be no handouts given out. The only printouts that teachers might give will be a passage that contains relevant facts, which the student will take home, read and extract the fact from the passage. This is not the Biafra system of education is not the style that the teacher will pour information into the students. No, the teacher will give the students the material, whatever course it is. The student will go home, look at it, come back the next day, and the teacher will draw out the answers by using many questions. The who, what, why, where, when questions, whatever it is. The students will have to find them out from the passage they had read for homework or something, or they have read for a week or whatever. So this is Biafra education in my own mind. It's not a question where teacher come and give the students facts. No way. No. No, we're gonna ask the students to go find out, get the facts, come to the class and deliver the facts. The teacher's position is to draw out the questions and then let the students respond to the questions. The much they can respond will show the much they put into the passage or the article that they were given. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I think. That's what it should be.
Yes, thank you very much.
No dumping of facts. Now, we're not going to write anything on the board for any students. No way.
Okay.
Okay.
Has
Okay.
anybody another
Thank you
thing
so
to
much.
add to it before we move?
Yeah. I want to let him know that we've written something about digital technology. And this digital technology is to make teaching and learning very, very interesting for everybody. And there are a lot of them. We know that in this digital world, we have what we call digital library. That one is you can even stay in your house, you'll be doing your work. These are the things that we want to introduce. We have other system of softwares like all these text-to-speech software that can interpret a text into speech. And we have a lot for people that are on wheelchair, like people that are suffering from cerebral palsy, that they cannot stand effectively to do any job. Some of these devices, which is under digital technology, is going to be incorporated in Biafra land. We are not talking about where there won't be electricity. Not everything is carried by electricity. There are some of them that we can provide in the educational system to make sure that teaching and learning is very, very pragmatic, and that the teacher do not bother himself copying on the chalkboard. We have digital technology. It's going to cover a lot of areas, and will help our education system to grow faster and very, very meaningful and interesting for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we move
Thank
on
you.
to the next person because of time? Mazi G Global.
Good evening. Am I coming out clear?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, my Honorable Secretary for Education. My special thanks goes to our leader, Mazen Andekano, and our PM and our Deputy Prime Minister and all the secretaries of the Ministry of Biafra, to the governors and to the county heads and everyone, all citizens. I greet you all our foreign department and mission heads. I thank you all for what you're doing. Educational department. But this has been the most important thing that has been disturbing me, because I normally heard that we have secretary of this, secretary of that, secretary of this, but none of them is coming online. None of them is showcasing or maybe working towards their departments. So today, the Department of Education has very, in fact, have done marvelously well. And I say kudos to our sister and the head of the Secretary Education Department.
We thank the DPM.
And we also so that is most important. In fact, I am very the very day I was told that this department is coming on board. Honestly, I am very, very happy. Okay, so what I have to ask here is that first and foremost, all the presentation is very well articulated, very well understood. We are these are the templates that's been presented to us as a kind of a way we are going to draft our education. Now, my question goes like this: we are trying to confederating system, that is a kind of governance we are trying to build. Now, is it this educational department now? Is it federal that will be controlling it for the center, or every state will have to, do everything? Maybe is that gonna be a kind of a different constitution, a different way of operation, but everything will be merged towards the center? That is from this presentation here. Is there going to be, like, as we are operating autonomous, every state are to operate autonomous, build their state, build like we have in Canada, Morocco, we have so many, New York, and so on and so on. So are we going to have this thing now? Is it something that every state is going to use, all right, to build their Department of Education, or is it the federal federal will be the one controlling it from FCT, from our Ibube Center to across all the whole state? That is number one question.
Yes, let's answer the number one question first. I want to invite Dr. Henry to respond to this. Dr. Henry, are you still with us?
Good morning.
So yeah, the plan, what we have is, though we are operating regional, that's every state is independent, but the model is the same. So
do you understand that, Mas Grover?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the plan is the same.
The model is okay.
And remember, we have private schools too.
It's not devoid of initiatives. So you can bring in initiative, but everything has to work into the plan.
Okay.
Into the core curriculum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So your second question?
My second question is, from the presentation, I did not hear about blockchain, inclusive of blockchain into our curriculum, because this is part of new way. That is digital currency. So do we have any provision for that into this curriculum or this presentation or ahead of time? Because the world is going digital, and this is part of the advanced world system or finance that the whole global is using, including the finance. In fact, fiat is fading away because of the way the money is being circulated into the hands of government, and it seems like the governments are using the money to control the masses. So now this digital system is stabilizing the way of money circulating, making everyone to be independently, and you can't manipulate anyone because of money. So is there anything regarding this blockchain inclusive into this our curriculum?
Mazi Grover, I will be very happy for you to write abstract on that and present in our conference. It will be a very good thing to discuss on.
Yes.
Even though we are talking about it. Please write abstract on that. All those that are presented, please write abstract on what you have asked, because it will help us to put together the standard curriculum that we are looking for as Biafrans. Please.
And your name will appear in the final book.
Yes. No, and that will be the first book from Education Biafran System. So please don't miss this opportunity.
Okay. Then my last question.
Because I didn't
somebody is talking.
Honorable Henry, you are talking.
So mute yourself now.
Yes. Mazi Global, are you okay? We move to the next person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Can I say something about the person that asked a question on our currency? Just like you to know that our Treasury, Department of Treasury and then Finance are really working. We are really some miles ahead, before the Department of Education coming in. So Mazi Global writing his question, and then that will actually help us to look into that if it's an area that we haven't
covered
or we need to edit. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Honorable. Yes, it is an area, and I'm happy that you came on board. So we move to Good Man. Good Man, John.
Good evening, Honorable. Good evening. Good evening to my DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, Ojimoto Mogo. Good evening to Pharmacist Diana, the queen mother in the house. I always meet you. Thanks for all you do for the Biafrans people, and as we continue to push us ahead. And
I'm waiting for my own motto.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And I salute all of you. This is Real Biafra TV. The other way around. My question is very simple. There is somebody who just called me from Biafra homeland. The only thing is said that she is listening with her family. That she wanted me to ask that she didn't hear about it. The school in Biafra land. Are we going to have the school for the rich men separate and the school for the poor separate in Biafra?
No way.
That is the question I want to ask on behalf of Madam who asked me that question today.
When it concerns to human dignity and respect, everybody is equal.
Yes.
There's no school for big people or for small people. There's no difference. We are all made in the image and likeness of God, and we have to bring that ideology home. So if you're rich, you can spread your rich elsewhere, but not in the school system. I have been in the school system where parents want to do that. Of course, they got their seat, and not now in Biafran land.
And that's the reason the quality of education that this United States of Biafra Education Department is offering is going to be top notch. It's going to be top notch, beyond excellence. That there will be no reason for anyone thinking about rich or not. We're going to have the same quality education, and whereby those children that are exceptionally gifted will be challenged or depending on their performance. A child can be in a class, and then if that child exhibits, that special, being a special child, that child might take classes like I heard here today, going to take advanced classes. So people will be guarded according to their needs. We all remember that a level of understanding is not the same for every human being. And that's the reason the testing and then placement of students in their rightful classes will be used, to help those, that are really below, whereby they might get some extra help to standardize them, and then whereby, special students who are really gifted will be allowed to take classes, advanced classes. Thank you very much.
So it's not about how worthy your parents are. No. Thank you.
And I think why that notion came up was what is happening somewhere in one country where the school for the gifted is only the rich people go there and buy the chances for their children. Whereas there are measures to test, but Biafra does not allow that type of school where the school for the gifted is now meant for the school for the rich. It's not what happened in Biafra land. Thank you very much.
No.
I want to add, can I add something?
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to add that the only thing that will distinguish one school from the other in Biafra land is the rigor and the vigor of the leadership of the school. The principal and the teachers and the character of the school, which the principal instills, will cause the school to distinguish itself on a higher level than other schools around. The students, the school will not be marked by the political position of their parents or how heavy their bank accounts are. We will not allow that to happen in Biafra land. When we set up the school, because the schools will be equipped by the government, am I right? The government will equip the schools.
Of course.
So there's no question of begging parents to come and buy football or buy this. So everybody is equal. The principal will then make his school bigger and better than other schools by what he or she and his staff do in the school. That is what I think. And with this perspective, we are going higher than any state around us, any country around us. We have to bear that in mind.
And we are encouraging our people and our teachers to begin to learn integrity. We must practice that.
Discipline.
Yes. That's where the ethical and moral comes in. They have the law there. Monitor the schools of it.
Yes. Thank you very much. I want to invite Mazi Oganiru, Biafra.
Just something to add on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we won't have public schools must be public. So there's nothing like rich poor. But if you have maybe private schools, just like here, you have mission schools. If you want, you spend extra, but still you have to your tax and everything you pay. It goes to the public. Your public school is provided for everyone. If you decide to go elsewhere, it's up to you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's your own budget. But and then we have the only thing is when we can reward excellence. So that's the only distinction is you do something great and we reward you and also make you multiply that which you have in others.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now let's move to Mazi Oganiru. Mazi Oganiru, are you there?
Hello, good evening. Yeah.
Welcome.
Am I coming out clear?
Yes.
Good evening. Excellency,
Mazi
Dr.
Global,
Ngozo
please, can you lower your
from
hands?
Diana.
I still.
Good evening, the Secretary of Education.
I still have something to say.
I have been listening to a lot of teaching that has been going on and which is very fantabulous. I like the presentation from your teams, but I have a question that actually need attentions, because I don't know if there are some of those questions might throw light to some of the things we are experiencing here in the Zoological Republic. So one of the first question is, I'm going to follow up with what the last person that asked question just commented on, but it will be just like a sub question. Number one is, in our education curriculum, are we trying to continue like the system of what we have here in Nigeria?
No.
In the sense that we are not going to teach our children like 60% practical, then 40% theory, just like what we are having in China, in all those developed countries. Because a lot of things have been said here, but I have not heard about the practical, aspect of it. Because if you look at their children from their kindergarten, they are using a lot of gadgets to demonstrate how they're going to learn, how they're going to fix some problems, and so on and so forth. So this is my first question. So what kind of system are we going to focus? Is it only on theory, or are we going to impact the practical aspect of it? That's number one. Number two is
just
in terms of history.
Hold on. Before the second question, I think Mr. Omeniru responded a lot to that question when he was presenting. And I would like him to just briefly, because he has explained that before.
Okay.
Unmute yourself. Mr. Meniru, we can't hear you. Unmute.
Okay. My good brother was talking about gadgets and its uses in our educational system, and also incorporating it at the early stage. of our education. We have said that right from the time of early education, when the child is in the kindergarten, they will be exposed to a lot of normal gadgets that they can use to play and understand themselves. It helps them at that level. So when we proceed to the pre-primary or primary level, then we are trying to encourage this basic tools. We have to bring in certain tools that will help in that very level. So the education system is planned in such a way that at any point in time, there will be vocational training. Not everybody will be good in, doing one thing or the other in terms of technology. But some other people who are good in that area, either in craft, as we discover them, we put them in the right place where they belong, and they will be able to move faster. There is no disadvantage in Biafra education. And Biafra education is not a copy. We are not copying any country. We are just giving you exactly the system that is going to work for us in Biafra land. So I believe that we have a lot of facilities at that level that will take care of our children. No child will be left in terms of technology. We are going to provide a lot to help the education at that level so that they can be able to bring in their best into the educational system.
Thank you very much. The reason why I asked that question is, am I coming out clear? The reason why I asked that question is to reduce the market cost, just like what we are seeing today. We have some kind of phone gadgets that they can produce, maybe from their primary school upward to secondary school, that we don't need to be, paying to build all those things. They can be building it from their primary system or secondary school system before their higher institution. It will make our government to have a price rate, and reduce in terms of, building up our technology like TV, radio, and so on and so forth. Then second question is going in the sense of our history.
Before I ask that question, which country are you?
Can you hear me? You said,
which country are you?
Hello? I am in the rising sun. I'm in Biafra.
Okay, you're asking if you're in China. I thought.
No, I'm not in China. We are watching the globe. We are watching, all over the world.
Again,
what is going on there. So,
we need your distinct input. Please write abstract on all these questions you're asking, so that it will help us to clear it better.
Let me come in there. Let me come in there.
Yeah.
You see, in my submission, I made mention of a balanced 3D, and what we mean by 3D is a balanced three domains of education. That is the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor education. And when these things are balanced, because it is in this practical aspect of education that is within the psychomotor, So everything must be balanced. If at your level of education, whether primary or secondary, all these things must be balanced, because students must have the cognitive, which is the theory. They must have even the affective, the interest they have in what they are learning. And they must have the psychomotor, which is the practical aspect of it in education, in order to create jobs and wealth for themselves. Because what we are talking about is that indigenous education that will arm our students. Even if they didn't go further, they will be able to be self-reliant, and self-sustained in whatever they are doing. This is the type of education we are talking about, in Biafran land. So that's the things that will be the denominator of all this level of education.
Okay, Mazaganiro, are you okay now?
I have 4 questions. I just asked only 1 question. Then the second question is the problem we are having generally in our nation. Number one of the problems we are having apart from freedom is land dispute issue. Are we going to come into our educational system under history to say, just like what is happening in Kaduna, and what we have seen in Court of Conscience of the Zoo, where a judge, a lawyer, was backing the Southern Kaduna as the first settler, while the Northern Kaduna as second settler. So are we going to have a defined system in our history that will define that these people actually, this is where they originated, these are the first settler, and so on and so forth, just like what we have from before the First World War or before the Second World War? We can be able to trace back our people, just like we have a lot of people speaking Igbo language in somewhere like Cameroon and so on and so forth. So what is going to be their fate when our nation has been restored? In few years back, I think about 3 or 4 years back, during one of the zoo governor in my state, there are some people that came back from USA. They trace back where they come from according to according to their history. There are more than 500 in number that came back. I don't know if somebody have read that news. So they were being given some land because there were a history that there are the people that left those places during the slave trade and so on and so forth. So how are we going to maintain balance so that we'll reduce the land dispute through our history? We'll also reduce any conflict in terms of those who want to come back to trace back their origination. These are my second question. Thank you very much.
How does that question relate to education? How does it relate to education? Because we are talking about education.
I just want.
We are talking about history. When you talk about education,
I just want Mr. Oganiru, Mazo Oganiru, to write an abstract on this and develop it. Then it will help us to look at it, because we cannot answer all this about land dispute at this stage. If you don't mind, it is something the whole Biafra, the whole country has to really look into it. But if we have an abstract from the knowledge that we have, it will help us to understand better. Thank you.
I think I'm going to stop here. Maybe in our next segment, I will ask more. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to Honorable Benchooks. Honorable Benchooks, can you unmute?
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Minister for Education. Thank you so much. I just joining late. In regards to one of the questions one of our brother asked, can you give a full explanation about a system of education we can adopt in Biafra land? Something like, are we going to have a special education for disabled people? Secondly, like in secondary school, we have something like a comprehensive and grammar school. Are we going to have something of that nature? Like is some before in Biafra land, we have something. Oh, this is missionary school, and this is a government school. So this kind of system, how can we bring them, or bring some of them in Biafra land, or use them? In which way are we going to pick up some pieces of things from the old school system? I don't know.
It shows that you actually came late, because we have discussed that. But I will ask Honorable Henry to quickly summarize it for you, or Mr. Omeniru, any of the two.
Who goes first? I'm going to talk only on special education, which she mentioned. Honorable Benchus, you are welcome. First of all, you talked about special education, and you know from where you are, which I know, special education, we still have different schools that run that
I strongly believe that we have gotten that cabinet with conscience, cabinets that really understand what millions of Biafrans are seeking for, cabinets that understand that knowingly or unknowingly are still going to sacrifice. I thank the education department for coming out today. At least Kenway panel put that the different departments are working seriously. That as soon as you say go, we got it. So I thank each and every one of you for that. And I am so happy that when the education department was talking, they keep emphasizing uh, about children with behavior. And we know that right now in that bongo, when you have a child with disability, it's like the parents are left alone to suffer for that. And it looks like the person is cursed because even the talent, if any, is gone. So I thank God for that. Here, they says no child left behind. That's the title of it. No child left behind. And so I really appreciate this team for that inclusiveness. It will help us a lot. And it will also prevent children from lying around, hawking, going into criminality. So all this is gonna take control of that. And another thing I love, I didn't really have question, but it just to show my appreciation to what the team, have done so far. It's truly in line, and we say thank you, and we like to see you more. And so that once that happens, we'll kick from there. This cabinet, we are proud of you. We donate some of our sleeping time to you people, to let you know that we are solidly behind you. We can see it all. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you also. Thank you for being there. So we have to listen to two people more, and then we call on our DPM.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I wanted to, Honorable Secretary, Dr. Olenwe, there's a comment I saw on the comment section. I believe our DPM. So if you can give her at least 15 minutes from the 30, so she can explain to the person. Her name is Rita, so that because of our recognition, so she wants to be clarified.
That's
So
why I want these two people to finish, and then
yes,
then
okay,
call our DPM.
Okay.
So Mazi
Thank you.
Global, you have been there before. Just few minutes.
Yes.
1 minute.
Yes, I wanted to. Yes, thank you very much. My question is, now that we have presented this curriculum and the templates, is it not necessary for the department to begin to secrete these templates to the schools in Biafra territory currently right now? That is number one. Then number two, now, is there a provision from these departments to rehabilitate, that is, enhance the study of the present teachers or recruitment for the teachers that will for preparation of this transition of education into the Biafra territory. And thirdly, what I want to say is regarding the school section, whereby we have from maybe 1 to 6. All right, is it not too much? Is it not too much from what I'm looking at? Sometimes it's not all about the years a person being in a school. It depends on what or the number of classes we have, but rather it is a kind of it's a kind of the effort of the teachers, the knowledge, and
No, you're gonna eat your meat.
Our time is
Hello?
getting shorter. Can we just
Thank
respond
you.
to the ones who have said, please? We don't have all the time now. I just want to say that is the reason we are having commissioners of education for all the states. And through the commissioners, we can get to the teachers and all that. It is something that has to be done step by step. The curriculum, as we have also contributed to it today, maybe we will add more to it and all that until it becomes exactly what we want. Then through the training of our commissioners and all that, they can take it on board. We don't want to send anything and then you are not sure who is for zoo and who is for Biafra. We don't want us to be messed up in any way at all. So
And
we are taking it piece by meal.
Exactly. Remember that those commissioners have been training since last year. They have been on training.
Yes, we have been training our commissioners every month on different topics in that our curriculum until they understand it and they have to go to work together with us. They are the ones that are close to the teachers in homeland that we take it on board. So it is not something you automatically put out there. And that's part of the training we are doing today, so that others will know what we are doing and continue to do. And that is why the conference is coming on. Please, everybody here, write one abstract. Even if that topic is not in that abstract, write it and bring, so that we discuss it and it will help our people to know the direction we are going. We want to be ready. So as soon as the security is okay, we land. Thank you. Reverend Ebenezer, you are the last person because
yes. Has to say something and then we can.
Okay, and I appreciate you guys. I am excited in what you guys have started. It is a powerful thing to do. Now, there are a couple of things that must come first. Let me explain it. Retraining people of Biafra will be a major issue. Retraining them, because our mindset is a Nigerian style thing. Anybody could do whatever they want and get away with it. I could steal all kinds of education I want to and take someone else's write-up and use it for my own. We cannot do that. Another thing we have to do is family training. Parents has to be trained and let them understand that their children have to go to school. If they need money, they'll send their kids to do other things and leave school, leave education. My dad was done that. My grandfather did that to him, but my grandmother said, no, he has to go to school. That's the reason my dad went to college, went to university. The same will happen again and again. We need to get that up and running so that we make sure that our parents, mothers and fathers, will be able to believe in their children and put them in school and then find ways to make money, not using kids to make money. Just a simple thing. I have more to say, but I'll leave that for another time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate all of you, but at this junction, please, we need to bring in our DPM.
Yeah, we need to bring her in because he was the last man.
Please.
Okay.
We will create another opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'll talk about the environment in time, but not right now.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
DPM
so our
here
DPM,
now.
please.
Over to you. Is she here?
Is our DPM there?
Yeah, what was the question? They said somebody posted something on the chat section. What was that?
Yes, Your Excellency. Let me go there and read it out for you so that maybe you clarify the person. So she said her name is Rita, and she said, I'm writing to respectfully request clarification. Please, Zoom user, do you mind muting yourself, please? Please, Mazi Global, please mute yourself, please, so that DPM will hear me, please. Thank you. So, Your Excellency, she said, I am writing to respectfully request clarification regarding the recognition document issued by the U.S. Department of Justice. In the document, it states that Nigeria is representing USB as a foreign government. I find this statement confusing and would greatly appreciate a clearer explanation of its meaning and legal implication. Furthermore, I noticed that the document includes an expiration date of October 2026. As a sovereign nation, I do not fully understand why such recognition will be subject to an expiration date. I will be grateful if you could explain the reason for this limitation and whether it relates to a regulatory requirement or administrative process. Additionally, I will appreciate further clarification on why the document specifically states that we are what she means is represented by Nigeria, and how this designation applies in the context of the recognition issued by U.S. Department of Justice. That's the end.
Okay, so let's take it one by one. She said the first one was what? Why the what was her first question? Because you read a lot of things together.
Yes, she has a lot. So her first was to be clarified regarding the recognition document issued by U.S. Department of Justice. In the document, it says that Nigeria is representing USB as a foreign government.
So let me clarify that. Nigeria is not representing USB, but when you go to register with the Department of Justice, there are specific things and there are specific provisions that already the Department of Justice have. So when we are registering our new nation, United States of Biafra, it is not on the drop down. So there's no place you're going to see Biafra in the Department of Justice. So it gives you an option to choose the closest geographical area or country that is close to your new nation. That was why you see Nigeria there. But on the box, it checked the government of a foreign nation. So that is the reason why you either choose the closest location. We would have chosen maybe Benin Republic or Cameroon or something, but the closest geographical mapping of the United States of Biafra is Nigeria. That was why that was made. What's the second one?
Okay. Thank you, Your Excellency.
And I hope the person is here and is she listening to the answer here so that I make sure she's clarified on the answers?
I don't even know, but this is recorded and it's been program is being streamed by all our independent social media group.
My question is the person that wrote those questions is the person on this platform, because she can't just drop question and not be here to listen to the answer. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. Rita, I don't know if Rita is still here. If you're not here to listen to Her Excellency, then I don't. Let me see if she's still here. Just a second, Your Excellency, please. Rita. I can't see her name. I can't see her name anymore. Maybe
Okay,
she dropped
so
it.
let's go to let's go to another thing. From D, there's something you all want to say, because if somebody drops a question and doesn't is not here to get the answer, that means the person is not serious.
Earlier I stated something. I don't think I have something else to say. Just a vote of thanks. When we get there.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone that participated in this program. I want to use this opportunity to thank the Secretary of Education, Dr. Kalewa. Oh my goodness. You people are amazing. You and the Education Department, the committee members. I mean, a big round of applause to all of these wonderful Biafrans that are working. Honestly, I don't even know how to start mentioning and thanking all of them for what they do every day. I mean, this department has, I'm telling you, they are breaking a lot of record and barriers.
Honestly.
In the whole 40 states of Biafra, all the education commissioners, majority of them are involved in the weekly. I mean, they do like weekly. Sometimes my phone will be like, and I'm like, there's no way I can meet up to the expectations and the commitment and the meetings of this department, Biafrans, and those that are listening. This department is top notch, and total trust in the policies they're going to be setting for the United States of Biafra. And like Dr. Kalewa has said, that is the reason why they organize all these products, all these programs. This department don't sleep. But in the collaboration between the United States of Biafra in diaspora and the education commissioners in homeland, they are almost every week communication, this plugging in, these connections to ensure that everyone is on the same page. And I can tell you that the programs, the projects that this department has been taking on themselves, just even without us having our sponsors or our allies. Yeah, just imagine what this department will do once we get our recognition and we set off to rebuild the education department of the United States of Biafra that Nigerian state has bastardized. We have the country we exited from. It's not about what you study. Most Biafrans that are graduates after school, they don't get any job because the Nigerian educational system rewards people by their connection. That's why you see people that have primary 5, they're heading ministries, and Biafrans that are graduates or masters or PhD levels, they don't even come near the leadership of anything in Nigeria. And we cannot continue to be a second-class citizen in our primary country. That was why we exited Nigeria on November 29th, 2024. We are building the best educational system. And like Dr. Kalewa have said, this is a work in progress. Nothing is set on stone. We will continue to listen to Biafrans, formulate policies, and make projects that are peculiar to Biafrans to make sure we bring the best out from our people. That is why she and her department are doing what they are doing. I also want to thank Dr. Henry. I mean, what you all do, and all of you in this education department, I don't even know. And I can see the enthusiasm from Biafrans. It's like they don't even want you all to stop. So that means you all have to also find ways to do this thing as needed every now and then as time permits you, because Biafrans wants to listen to you. Biafrans wants to give you their own suggestions. They want to also tell you how they feel based on their experiences. And I'm very, very happy that your department is one of those departments that have been up and running from day one. The commissioners of education in Biafra land are ready in day one to start impacting this wealth of knowledge to our people, to our children, to the schools and all that. That is why we have mandated everything Nigeria state to leave the Biafra territory. Currently, Nigeria is occupying a foreign land. They must leave our land. We've already declared our independence. Whether they like it or not, they must leave our land. We will make Nigeria leave our land so that the educational policies, these cutting-edge works that the education department have for Biafrans, we will start implementing them in our school system in Biafra territory, in the 40 states of Biafra. So I thank you all for organizing this program, this project that is coming in. Everybody, please try and send in the request from the education department. Send in those things so that they have enough time to select and go through what you sent and know those they want to choose to present. And like what I understand from the education department, they are taking these papers from every department, from every group, not just the education department. There are so much they're already doing on the education, on the teachers, on the curriculum and all that. But this particular program they want to carry out is from every department. Everywhere you think you're an expert on, send in the document. They're going to go through that and then they're going to select those that their project will be approved for that program coming up. So Biafrans, please support them. Be there for this event. It is also to raise funds for them to carry on their pilot project, which they've already presented. Wonderful, wonderful project. One of the best I've ever seen. But before our allies come in to help us in building our new nation, in our currencies, in our education, in our business growth and all that, we still need Biafrans to support what we are doing in any way possible. If you can sponsor this project, please reach out to the education department to help them in what they are doing. So again, Dr. Okpalema, thank you so much for what you do. And all the education commissioners in Homeland, I thank them too, from the 40 states for what they do every day to make sure that they are in line with what the federal is doing. There's just so much going on, and we have to stay the course. We must stay the course. Every day we keep seeing the reason why the Biafra freedom has not happened over the years. Mm-hmm. Because of the criminality, the sabotage, the greed of some Biafrans that are presumably supposed to be in the leadership position of Biafrans. Some of you may have read what the so-called Aloy Ejimako posted on his Twitter handle, telling Biafrans to come out and take a position in Nigeria state and be involved in Nigeria politics and have a seat on the table. This is the kind of criminality and stupidity that has made Biafra freedom not to come all these years. People like Iwanyang with them, they were doing things like that until his final moment when he was about to die. That's when Iwanyang has to confess that there's just no need for Biafra and Nigeria to be under the same roof. But then it was too late.
Your Excellency, that was why he sent that message saying that our leader Mazen Nandikano said we should stop our sit at home. I knew because before Peter Mba made him write that note saying that we should stop sit at home. He now, did it a second time by saying that our leader said we should stop sit at home. So That man is I don't know where there is. I don't know the kind of man that man is, because when I say that he liaises with Showore, both of them are just using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get whatever they want. That's it.
So again, Aloy Ejimako, from what he wrote on his X handle, I am not just only disappointed. Many Biafrans are disappointed, and that is why we have to stay the course. Mine is to be able to watch everyone, and know where they are coming from. And it don't take me a second to know where somebody is coming from. I might say some of the things that these individuals are doing, they've been doing it all along. It's not a new thing. The sabotage and the plot for them, and you can see some of them and their agent in our Biafra movement. That shows you that this is what they have been doing all along. But thank God we never gave them the opportunity to continue this criminality. Those of them that were with in the cabinet of Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, some of them were in the cabinet of our prime minister. You can see even in the USB cabinet X. That's why the only difference is we fish them out in USB as quickly as possible and flush them out. Hope maybe the other past leaders has not been able to, have the same courage and the same mind to call a spade, because that would have really helped to streamline this freedom to the point where we are right now. But we thank God there may be a reason why they took the steps and the actions and the policies they took at their own time. So again, it's a very big disappointment on the part of somebody like Aloy Ejimako to be, according to him, calling Igbo people to partner and die with a terrorist state. And you begin to wonder why these individuals has contributed to the killing of thousands of innocent Biafrans in the hand of the Nigerian state. You begin to wonder. That is why the destruction of Nigeria is a task that must be accomplished. Must be accomplished for people to live, for us to live. And I know we are doing that. I believe that's why Onyendu said the freedom of Biafra will come from diaspora, because almost all of them in homeland, their brain has been destroyed, has been bastardized. They can't even think well. That's exactly what we see happening with this
is just entering.
That Ejimako has done. Again, I also sent out, so Biafrans listening to me, the spirit of Biafra is bringing out our enemies one by one. When that spirit brings them out, do not give them a second chance, because somebody is somewhere fighting this battle for us. The thousands of innocent Biafrans that are dead, that spirit is the one that is bringing these individuals out. And when they throw them out, don't take them for granted. Don't give them a second chance. So Aloy Ejimako from today is an enemy of the Biafran people. Anywhere, anybody that is associating with him in any form is
also an enemy.
Freedom. Is destroying this freedom which we got.
DPM.
also send out some information regarding our recognition by the Department of Justice, DOJ, as a government.
Yes.
I believe some of the things that they are seeing recently is making them very, very restless and uncomfortable. And the Nigerian state is sending their agents in Biafra land to increase their tempo of their deceit, to increase their confusion, to increase their trying to derail our freedom. That is why you see them popping up here and there. We're not moved. Many of them will still be popping up. But it is my task to continue to destroy them. And the task of Biafrans to continue to destroy these individuals. I'm telling you. Our recognition, our registration with the Department of Justice as a country, as the leaders, as a representative of a country, no one can take that away. There is a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reason for that. And that registration protects every single Biafran who is under the 40 state of, unless you're not under the 40 state of Biafra. Because that registration is what gives us the edge. This is what, when we are going to court today, all these our documents, that's why we have taken Nigeria to several courts internationally, and they keep running away from those courts. We have those documents to defend the United States of Biafra and the 40 states inside that. Anyone saying anything different, these are the paid agents of the Nigerian state and the delegitimized governors. As they become more restless, they keep using different people, different so-called pretending to be Biafrans to find a way to attack what we're doing, attack Dr. Roberts. Do not pay any attention to them. My target is not them. I know where my target is. And Nigerian state knows that. That is why they are restless. I have to be bringing some of these things out as needed. There is so much they don't know. And I keep telling them what they don't know is bigger than them.
Oh, God.
But as time permits, as things are unfolding, we will continue to bring some of the things that have built our nation. Our nation, the United States of America, is already built. Anyone tampering with that is going to go down in one way or the other. In one way or the other. Nigeria, Tinubu cannot even confront the United States of Biafra. Talk less of our lawyer, Jimako. That's how stupid our people are being used.
So sad.
By those that are killing their people, forcefully removing our people. The accounts are there. The facts are there. What the Nigerian state has been doing, not just in Tiger Base, but forcefully removing so many innocent Biafrans just because of our freedom. Nigeria have seen it is not just about Basa Bosa or war. What we are using to destroy Nigeria, they don't have it. They don't have it. They can say they have the gun, they have the bullet to start attacking innocent Biafrans. And we are not going to go there with them. We can't go there with them. But we have things that are stronger and bigger that the United States of Biafra is using to destroy Nigeria. And that thing is working 100% for us. Is working 100% for us.
Don't tell Lugo 247. Keep it, please.
That was why and I will also
anybody can come around.
Yeah, anybody can come around. Yeah.
I will also, as time goes on, bring out the necessary documents that clearly shows the support of our allies to the United States of Biafra. Every single thing we are doing is fully approved, because we keep checking with those our private lobbies and attorneys on every step we are taking. as a new nation, and we are on the right path. I keep telling Biafra, just stay the course. Just stay the course. You don't have to get away. You don't have to do something bigger. You don't have to do something great. You don't have to start thinking, how are we going to do this? Because everything is already set for us. Just continue to do what you are doing in your different departments to build our new nation. At the right time, Nigeria will be moved away from Biafra land. Every element of Nigeria. Just stay the course.
Your Excellency, Rita is here. I just want her to be hearing you. She's back here, so for her to hear you, that you have everything, the documents, and also to reiterate what you are saying here. Yes,
she can ask a question. I don't know.
Okay, Rita. The mic is yours. Her Excellency has been waiting for you, but now you're back. Please listen, or you can ask again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let her pose a question by herself. Pose your question. We are listening.
Rita, the mic is yours, please. Unmute yourself. Rita, are you there? Unmute yourself, please.
So let me continue. As I was saying, I have to I also have to bring out the firing of Elias Gerasolis, the one that was working with Ogen Kerry. You all remember after our declaration, how these people colluded, and with Ogen Kerry pretending to be looking for Biafra. Whoever could have thought that the Aloy Ejimako is fighting Biafra freedom? But this is how they look like. This is how they appear. They pretend as if they are part of what we are doing. But they have another agenda. And that agenda is to ensure that this freedom we got does not stand.
Never happens. Okay.
But they will be coming out pretending I'm supporting Onyendu. Onyendu will never ever approved to be part of Nigeria political system. Long time ago, when they even offered him to contest for the governorship of the whole southeastern region of Nigeria, Onyendu refused. Talk less of being part of the political system, APC, that have been declared as a terrorist organization. So Aloy Ejimako want Biafrans to be part of a political party that have been declared as a terrorist organization by a Canadian court. And you begin to wonder why these criminals are still part of what we are doing. Pretending to be part of what we are doing. When Ogen Kerry and Elias was pretending to be the ones that were handling the PM's primary case with the people that are colluding with them, they are the ones. I just finished speaking with Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and somebody actually was hoodwinked into coming out on the X space with Ogen Kerry and Elias and all these people to be spewing lies to Biafrans. That told Ogen Kerry, for now, he's the one that is going to be the prime minister of the new nation. These are the evil and the damages that people are just doing every day. And the
career agitators
around that time to be listening to this woman in Finland who was colluding with Ogen Kerry and Elias at that time to do all these their evil machinations, to hijack everything, to pretend they are getting the attorneys for the prime minister's case, trial, and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, the PM was jailed for 6 years. And some of them will come and say, oh, they are sorry. They didn't know. They have to look for this one. They have to look for this one. How can we, allow people that are working with the Nigerian state to penetrate our leaders and be using them to destroy, not just destroying all Batobia, but also destroying the freedom which we are working on. Because that's exactly what they are doing. When they cannot get their way in one aspect, they'll move to the other. That was why Elias colluded with Ogenkere at that time to be saying that the Biafra declaration was done on December the 2nd, knowing fully well that our declaration was done on November the 29th. But this Elias, this criminal, working with Ogenkere, criminal, that we are going around propagating that lie, which the Nigerian state want them to be doing, so that this real Biafra we have, we are going to be confused or leave it for them or start derailing or just abandon it, so that we all will be back to square one of being colonized by the delegitimized governors. That was exactly what Elias was doing with Ogenkere. And Ogenkere was collecting money from Biafrans and paying this criminal to derail the freedom that we already got. And Biafrans, we are giving him money to give Elias. But I have to bring again the document where Moral Global fired Elias in January, when he saw that this criminal is not doing what Obatobia wanted. He was fired. And then that was when he came out to say he is starting his own organization or his own lobbying firm, and he's carrying Ogenkere. Briggy will join him in that, in his law firm. How can he's no longer the same Briggy, because the original Briggy was registered with the Department of Justice by Moron Global himself. He did it. Then when he fired Elias, Elias now carried Ogenkere, briefly publicizing to confuse Biafrans that he is now going to be representing Briggy. Which Briggy was this criminal Elias representing? If not the same criminal Briggy that he and Ogenkere were working on to derail what we were doing, to derail the freedom that Obatobia fought for and is fighting for as we speak. So when Moron Global fired him, instead of him to just go and do his own thing, he still tried to answer Mazi for Biafrans and confuse those that he was able to confuse, that he is now Mazi Elias. He's still going to continue to protect the brigade that Simon Eber. And every now and then, he pushes the name of the PM into the stupidity he was doing, trying to confuse those gullible ones that were following him. And you begin to ask yourself why Biafra was never restored for the past 10 years, all this while. And when one is out, nobody is hearing Elias' voice. They are no longer. Sonia Padawa and Ogenkere are still there doing the same thing that Elias was doing. The CRC, Mama Drabu and his group are still doing the same thing. Aloye Jimako, Elias is still doing the same thing. And you have somebody who will come out and say he is there for Simon, still working with these criminals planted to disrupt this freedom we have. You have the same mistake. I won't even call it mistake, because they know virtually what they are doing. But the only thing, I thank God, the freedom that we've gotten is not just what Onyendu and Obatobie has prepared me to do and prepared Biafrans, this crop of Biafrans now to do. I also thank God we have our allies that have understood the criminality of the Nigerian state, how they use Biafrans against Biafrans, how they manipulate Biafrans so that our freedom is not restored. And I promise you, those our allies are already on top of this case. And they know every single criminality that the Nigerian state is using by using Biafrans or those that pretend to be Biafrans to derail this beautiful nation we already secured. So we are not going to be moved by their behaviors, by their actions. We just stay the course. We just continue to do what we are doing, and we will continue to destroy Nigeria, both from the outside and the inside. They don't know. They don't know what is happening to them. But I believe some of them do have an idea of who is dealing with them. And they know that they can never recover from this, no matter whom they use. No matter whom they use. And you see some of these disgruntled, briggy people that were fired from the government because of this same criminality. They'll be writing rubbish and trying to distract those that they are distracting. But Biafrans, be not moved. We are winning this game. Everyone should be alert. This is not my job alone. It is a job of those 50 million Biafrans that voted during that self-referendum to exit Nigeria. It is their task to ensure that these criminals, wherever they rear their ugly head, we're going to strike them. People, Biafrans are angry. I'm telling you. And we cannot allow this criminality that the legitimized governors are using them to do to continue to happen. And like I told them, I don't care if Nigeria bring in 2 billion armored tankers, 3 trillion guns. You see, in Kibazwa, this last game, there won't even be any shot, but Nigeria will leave Biafra territory. That is what is happening, actively going on. Going on. Virtually the whole northern part of Nigeria, most of them is gone to the hand of the reintegrated terrorists that Nigeria brought. Tinubu and Co has a standing policy to reintegrate terrorists into Nigeria. And I ask Aloye Jimako, in this your mouth, at this age, you are propagating for Biafrans to cohabit with a country that have a standing policy to reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists, a country that have been declared as a country of particular concern, a country that have been declared as the deadliest country in the world for Christians to live. And our lawyer Jimako is telling Ndibo to go and join Nigeria. Chineke, God will punish him. God, the God that will strike and punish our lawyer Jimako, he, in his next word, he will beg God not to be in the generation of these Biafrans that are here right now. I'm telling you. So again, I just want to thank the Education Department and Biafrans that have listened, the cabinet members that are here, the governors that are here, the commissioners, the heads of missions and the stakeholders. The Vision LA Squad, I can see some of you have been listening. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Just stay the course and continue to disapprove anything Nigeria in the 40 state of Biafra land, any project, any program, anything they plan to do in our territory. If it's in your state, call for help from the other states, people, and make sure that does not happen. We are taking over our land. We are taking over our states. day after day, and the Nigerian state, the legitimized government, they are seeing it. It's happening right under their watch. They know that there is no scapegoat. They must leave our 40 states. There is a governor in each of those 40 states, and the governors are working with their executives. They are working. So they must leave. If they don't leave today, they'll leave tomorrow or next week or next year or next 2 years. But the bottom line is that they must leave. They must leave.
Yes, it's a tax that must be done.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The other question. Okay, you said that the person that posted the question is not there, so no need. So go ahead. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Her Excellency. Thank you, especially for responding to that Aloy Ejimakos open letter. You really hit it on the nail. You hit the nail on the spot. This is because we have crossed the Rubicon. There's no way for us to go back.
We can't go back to the zoo.
And to be completely wiped out by the terrorist Nigerian government and its reintegrated terrorists, Fulani jihadists, and co. Doing what Ejimakor suggested here tells us who he is and who he's working for. Can you imagine? When he crawls like a snail, like a snake, and acts like a snake, it is unequivocally a snake. We do not need any seer to tell us. Ejimakor has truly told genuine Biafrans today who he is. Our Supreme Leader, Amadike, told us that he's not going, he will never disappoint us. And we would like him to know that the United States, genuine United States of Biafra citizens, and this United States of Biafra government and cabinet, and our envisioned elite squad, will not disappoint him. It's now going to come to that point. We all remember what he told us, that if he ever disappoints us, that the nearest person to him, he told them what to do. We know his heart. We know he cannot disappoint us. It will not even come to that. Rather, all those sabotaging and then trying to destroy this once in a lifetime restoration, they are the ones that God will take. Thank you very much, Excellency. Your response is exceedingly welcomed. Thank you very much.
Fandu, can I jump in?
In any form whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
It's only now or never. We're not going to do this again. Biafra cannot be redeclared. Never anywhere in the history of mankind have you seen people redeclare and then come back to do it again. Because these are people, all the people fighting against this restoration, they do not understand their bitterness, and then the devil that has taken over them is not allowing them to see. But you know what? Darkness can never drive light. It is light that will drive away darkness. And that's what we do. Thank you, Her Excellency. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Fandu, can I say something, please?
I don't know what this Rita is writing again. Rita is writing something again.
Thank you.
So, okay, over to you, Dr. Akpalewe, and then please.
Yes, thank you very much. I want to join my voice to thank our DPM, all the honorables, the cabinet members, the governors, and all the people that are here. Please, the education department are not taking it for granted. You have spent your night to listen to us. This shows that you are interested. I'm requesting that you write abstracts and send to us. Support us so that we showcase the standard that you are talking about. We don't just want to be talking, we want action. Where that action can only happen if we have money to showcase it. And if anybody here to sponsor us or to write funding for us, please, we welcome it. We welcome. Many of us are not good writers for fund and all that, but anyone that, please approach me so that we take it from there.
Yeah.
Thank
Dr.
you very much.
Before you close, Dr. Palewe, can you please just tell people, those, for the writing the abstracts, how much, the donation, the categories.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. When you write your abstract, if you are in diaspora, you will register with $100 only. If you're in Biafran land, with $60. If you're in other parts of Africa, it is $80. And we have the bank account where it can be paid. And then when you register and we accept your abstract, which we have to accept because we only have to make it better, then eventually we will select some of them that we can send to journal. We begin our first African International Journal. And also some of them we put it into booklet. That's why I am telling everybody that asks question now to put your question very clearly into abstract and develop it so that it be part of our reference. And your name will be written there as one of the first book that we have written as Biafrans coming in. Because any abstract that you write is not going to put aside. We are going to make use of them. So I'm requesting you, tell other educationists, tell other departments, there is topics that anybody can pick. And if you cannot find any, great ones, send to me. Because it's about us and our development. And if you don't want to write, you can still register and come to listen. Yes. And
everyone or anyone that is not really presenting, everyone should register because what you're trying to do is to support. It's a way of supporting,
yes,
financially. This.
Yes. Yeah. And also developing our own curriculum. We want to carry everybody along so that you don't say you don't have opportunity to say something about the education of Biafra. This is the time, because when we conclude it and then discuss with our commissioners, that's when the papers will start to move around from one school to the other. So,
okay, one more thing. How soon do you think you can you'll be sending out the flyer?
Okay. The flyers are already out. Call for paper and all that. They just to know the places where to send them. They are in our Zoom forum.
Okay,
but,
I will forward them to different forums and everything.
Okay, thank you. So you can start even today to send your abstract. The earlier the better, because we need to look at it again. Then contact you now personally, send you our reports, and then you register so that day we know how many people are really presenting. It will help us to look at the time frame and all that. And people that are not presenting but they want to talk, we give everybody time, no matter how small. Just as we are trying to do that today. I am very grateful to my Mouthpiece, Honorable Mouthpiece, and her group. I really feel so great because I don't know much about internet, but it has made it very useful and possible for us today. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much, and your team.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Yes, Education Department, your wonderful team. I love all of you.
Thank you, Education Secretary. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody. Achọburu m ịjụ ajụjụ.
Education Secretary. Thank you very much. And your team, you guys did a very nice job.
Please, second, please.
Well done, well done.
Great.
Nice job.
Thank my deputy, please, because he's the one who has been holding this, because both of us did it together. Please, I want to acknowledge my deputy, Smile Amuzie, for all you did today. Thank you so much for hosting us here.
Yes, from Ikemba State.
Yes. Without you, Honorable Amuzie, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So thank you, Honorable Secretary for Education. Thank you for all. In fact, you made the USB proud today. Thank you so much.
Ikemba Jife.
Yes.
Good night, all.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye. That's nice.
Yeah, good night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Rita.
The recording has stopped.
Yes. How do I go?
Honorable Amuzie, you.
Andadra Borongo, Beluro, Banam.
Mama Stella, are you there? Mama Bella is asking now. So, Miss Smith, are you there?
Yes, I know me
Papa
about
Smith,
now.
are you there?
That's someone else, but yeah, I know me about now. Yeah.
Papa Smith, are you
Dave.
there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. Mama.
Can you hear me?
Mama Stella, are you there too?
And I name the
Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, man appear. It was a boy here. You are two here. That's Simon about two.
Okay,
It is two. You get what for one. You get what for
No,
one.
I go to Mike. Okay. I go more.
That's what this way is up here. Go this way.
I'm not coming. No, mama. I'm saying na mama. I can't care. Can we put it to Canada?
Okay. I think I'll go okay.
What do you mean? Because one can check it. Can how many?
All the go okay. All the one now from my own side now. My first is also one.
But na here.
Wow. USB my nation. I can see USB my nation standing. It was a wonderful program indeed. That's how many was it that one. I was in Kamna Fuzeba, so someone Kamna Fuzeba now. Okay, you're back. Can you hear me? One Oga will double anointing now. Double anointing.
From behind the camera here, behind the studio here, I'm sure you work your day.
I think I'm killing you. After
No,
the
I'm a brother anyway.
I greet you, I thank you.
Thank you so much. There was one name there. So I get met you was I want to make you the life.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
We are very, very proud of our government.
Yes, sir.
I'm very, very proud of them. They're really doing great for us.
I'm telling you.
They're really doing great. In short.
Telling you.
There is a money they can go by force, by fire.
Makande,
USB doing great. And now got Biafrans. Only of them are ebe. And now got Biafrans. Only of them are ebe. Let us support our our government we declared our government we declared. We must all support our government. Okay, USB declared. We must all support it. Biafrans, I'm assuring all of you, let us stay one place. That is where the fight for Shokoto you go see for inside your Shokoto. So because no them only grow but let us continue to support our government. They are really doing great. Our DPM is not sleeping, is not retiring, is not resting to see that you see. So that is why we all must continue to support USB, support our DPM, support our government. I'm telling you. So I really appreciate all of you that is here. On our comment station, from A to Z, from number 1 to the end person not here. Kunusi webia nonyera in a program. our emergency something. I am adding an emergency something. But yet, to need an paper where thou can remove yes, Chukuga goes all of you. Chukuga goes all of you, not day one. Thank you so much. So, everyone, number and my comrade, Biafra Exodus TV, Papa Smith, I really appreciate you. You are doing great. You see, can all when you have a number. When you have a onye rahụ eburu egbe ya ndị fallback eburu egbe ya ndị fallback republic eburu egbe ahụ onye rahụ ụra ndị fallback republic eburu egbe ya so mụnwa na onwe adị m ehi ụra hụ ha erego my sleep ha ga-eburu egbe ụmụnwa ga-eburu egbe
prayer point anyị tọbara ndụ a na-ekpezi ekpere ka ihe ụra ka abịa buru egbe anyị anyị wasị mba anyị ga-ehi ụra ahụ no go sleep that sleep a na-achọ ka ihe a na-ekpezi ekpere ka ihe n'ụra ka ha buru egbe anyị
aha nwa ga-ehi yes
ụmụ Biafra ụnụ anụgo ya na biko ụnụ anụgo ya
ha nwa ga-ehi ụra ka anyị buru nke ha ha nwa ga-ehi ụra ya ha
ụmụ Biafra ụnụ anụgo ya na ụnụ anụgo ihe adaka mọ na-ekpa na-ekwu please onye ehikwala ụra ị na-ehikwa na-ehi with one eye make sure na ofu nke ọzọ mụ anya ịghọtago na-ehi with one eye were ofu anya mụrụ anya mụrụ ezigbo anya
ụra nkịta ị na-arahụ ụra nkịta
I'm telling you even otu a program a na-agwa today mụ na na-ehicharakwa obere ụra werekwa ofu anya mụrụkwa anya based on anyị nọ n'ogbugbu agha
sleeping mụrụ anya ihe na-akpọ ya bụ Papa Smith ihe na-akpọ ya bụ sleeping mụrụ anya
I was one of somebody in a comment section ago, but the command in Afia, I say she goes here. Somebody in a comment section ago, she goes here. Odorubo, once a man says, please, I supposed to do my capturing for my ID. Supposed to do the capturing for my ID last Monday, but the benches told me that it's going to be today, but I don't meet today program. So my brother, okay, so come to provide information and I will make capturing today.
Okay.
But this program is an emergency. Okay. It's an emergency program, and they was got DPM line up on board today to minister to Biafrans and every other cabinet members. So
yes.
Probably for like this, I have to pack it where. So I'm very, very happy.
Yes.
Information of the honorable information of minister of information I put online today to address Biafrans. And with time, according to what the government are saying, all the secretaries can now put online. Now they may address Biafrans once in a blue moon. I put online by my address. Give an opportunity and for your secretaries, who they are and how they look like, and the agendas. The new Ajuju, they will require to give as a citizen, as a concerned citizen of the United States of Biafra. All the very, very important. So also want to use this opportunity. One of the DPM the IPOB Nigeria, mechago ga meet in the Nigerian government when I say na actually in one Nigeria. So the same thing that happened to Wazirike is also repeating again. They're also repeating again. So why am I very important that none of that is supposed that na USB government had to go down. Without the manifestation of this USB government, Kenya gonna come out today. To akande IPOB Nigeria get ready struggle. To akande we ready struggle na go tina pa. Then afufu ni na mas na ni kalotara. Sacrifice ya ni I just no go down to the drain. The same thing they want to do to Simon Ekpa, our PM Simon Ekpa. Look, lafu Simon Ekpa atra na ebe anyị wano. Lafu otra. Simon Ekpa atra ezigbo tafu na ebe anyị wano. Through the mountain, buga into my referendum, buga into Finland. May declare ya umu okoko orukwa da Simon Ekpa yo sin mpiompio demons. Then Zama. I let you already to natural can turn all this struggle to a mess. Anyone Ife, as long as Chineke na yendo, I gave me allow her turn all this struggle, turn all this our government to a mess. So it is our duty to be debunking all their lies. It is our duty to debunk all their lies anytime, any day. Any place on for now raise their ugly head to say nonsense against our government when the pound will here. They don't want our freedom. They don't want our freedom. They don't want our declaration. And all our future generation are in a very, very big danger. So there is nothing like don't talk about these people. They are irrelevant. When these people, they are evil. The gullible ones aim for an convincing. If they convince them on the ground job and final. So before I'm hensoro barrister Koiru. Before my name and hensoro doors or Kolawa Bandaso. Before my name and Hema abandon Mas and Kalmonima. Before my name and Emma abandon some nepa. We're not going to allow that thing to happen. Unless my conscience is wrong. So with God, all things are possible. With the faith time when the neighbor can know, victory is sure. So much go carry I love you all. So no oblige to encourage. You are doing the needful. Problem on to get serve Biafra your bara the people who because just do it with all your check. Forget and then I appreciate and then I appreciate. Forget and then I church and then I church. Focus on your conscience. Focus on what Biafran spirit is saying about what you are doing. You may not say nyaka. You may not again nyaka. If you nyaka, koro pray for them and wish everybody well. Sunday will now the little ones who can be on Sunday. That's some of them, but Muhammad make it not there. So I think I've rounded up today. Thank you so much. That's someone, but you still there? So I'm still waiting to hear from that someone, but I don't need to. Okay. So that because you need to put no kwa hemu akuru kam just to fish oku. Bulmo butakora. So that because you need to put no kwa hemu akuru.
I don't know everything in Peru. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much because I did easy. I did easy. Thank you so much. So thank you for being part of this program, and I really appreciate you, and also my greetings to your family. Thank you so much. There was one name.
Okay, thank you. Good night. Good night.
Bye for now. Bye bye. So Biafra, ngwano aga adịwanụ. Ọ bụ na anyị nwee ohere anyị ga-abịachi live ọzọ. Okay, anyị ga-abịachi live ọzọ ka anyị weta matters on ground, matters the new update as it is hot. Let us discuss it today. I ga-abịachi live, okay? And maybe in 1 hour time we're coming back live. So make sure you join us. Ọ bụ na you like this emergency Zoom meeting, please like it now, share it, and Abonata will be your first time in our full Adasa Monekba TV. Please, Apukana without subscribing. And this subscribe with chato number no dear. Gogabo, I be at life now. King Wiki Imana in our life. Okay? So please, King Emia Kachuku Goziegi. Mundi what you buy from X. Because I need follow us there, subscribe. Just follow us and then continue to repost our programs and other updates in the post media. They want to be our friends. So I'm on them. I'm a happy because make sure you join us back. Kind of be a chance. Make sure no join. Okay, join us back. We'll soon be back in our time or thereabout. USB no going back. Biafrans, I got to seek when I support to our government. Eba Kano. Onye ọbụla bụ ndị osimiri niile a ga-emebi na ha niile ndị osimiri niile ee ụgbọ ha gbara late ụgbọ ha gbara late. So ụmụnne ngwa ka ọ dị until we come back again we talk more. Ngwa ka ọ dị bye. I love you all. Please like and share and leave your comment in the comment section. Always leave your comment in the comment section. We are going to read them and answer you anything you feel like, anytime we finish our program, you feel like saying something, always drop it in the comment section. Very, very important. So we know how you feel, or if there is any question you need to ask, you ask. Always make use of the comment section after each program. Thank you so much, Biafrans. I love you all until we come back again. Okay, please, Biafrans, share and hit the like button. Yes, yes. Share, yes, blessing. Mina Jongo Ndewo. Exactly. Because like and share this program. Like and share this program. Daniel Okoreke Nengi, love you too. Ndewo, I love you all. Currency trading course. Thank you so much. Please make sure you subscribe if today is your first time before you leave. We love USB. I'm telling you, there's nothing like USB. Nadia will be until the end of time. Thank you so much, dear friends. Please do well to join us as we come back. Day one.